Keandre Lambert-Smith. That's it. That's the intro. Let's grade some fantasy football teams.
It's Short King summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King summer.
All right, GM, everyone, how are we doing today? It is, in fact, you know what? It's just a little bit of a grab bag day. So today we are sponsored by our friends over at Drafters. If you have not signed up over at Drafters, I would encourage you to use that promo code and come hang out with us in the main event. It is Friday, August 1st. So August is, look, it is fantasy football drafting month. There's no way around that. Jared Smola is going to be joining us this afternoon. I guess not this afternoon for you guys. It'll be afternoon it's afternoon for people on the East Coast. And we're going to do a drafters draft over there. But until then, we are going to be doing a little something that we like to call around here Elite or Delete. If you are new to the channel, if you are new to fantasy football, if you're new to best ball, obviously, feel free to ask questions. My boy C Money is our moderator here on the Davis Maddock YouTube channel. He might need some supplementation though. Now that we're in August and the streams are getting pretty big. We had 405 concurrent viewers yesterday for just like a random Thursday morning stream before ship chasing. I think that I am in the right place inside of the Discord. Reminder, I guess I should put up the right overlay. Reminder, if you want to have your team reviewed, there are 3 ways that you can do it. You can become a YouTube member. It'll get you in the Discord. You can subscribe on twitch.tv/Davis Maddock. It'll put you in the Discord. You can also subscribe at patreon.com/Davis Maddock. That will also put you in the Discord. GM KLS back on the menu. GM Jared, GM Noah, GM Joey, GM other Joey, GM Best Ball on Call, GM Bradley, GM This Is Fine, GM ATX Bearcat, GM Benny, GM Mr. Brandles Candles, GM Fantasy Football Garage, GM JJD, MGK. People are saying, all right, well, let me do this math in my head. If it is Friday, August 1st right now, that means that in the Discord, so it's teams from the 25th until now. So anything before the 25th, we've already done. So these are all on the 25th. Did I do? Okay, these all have emojis, which means I already did them. So here we go. Let's start with Doug. Why did MGK bring my mind to Michael Gilchrist? Yes. This was a little bit annoying. The pick'em from last night did hit. Sion Vaki didn't play, so that leg of the pick'em got voided. But Trey Lance passing touchdown, first drive. Keandre Lambert-Smith higher than 28.5 receiving yards. Kenny Yeboah lower than 13.5 receiving yards. Absolute smash. Okay. Also, by the way, we're gonna go a little. Just a smidgen faster today because, one, I'm a little sick, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a little bit harder for me than normal. And 2, I'd love to be done before Jared comes on. That would be nice if we got done. Trey Harris played. Trey Harris did play last night. You definitely would not have known that Trey Harris played if you watched the game, though. Trey Harris had 1 target, and it was not a particularly good one. Where is Jake Binniger here? Where's Jake? Can someone... There we go. I knew he'd be here. Not great, Jake. The KLS over did hit like crack. It was basically the best thing I've ever seen. The first KLS reception, I was like, wow, he is the greatest wide receiver of all time. Okay. Starting, we're going. This is a poodle that Doug did. JJ McCarthy, Mike Penix, Ken Walker, I don't love the parlay of Harris, Algier, Shipley together. I think you need one more guy. Puka, JSN, Tet, Jennings, Pearsall, Mooney, Felton, Ingram, Loveland, Jatavian Sanders. You didn't need a third quarterback, and I don't think you needed. I would have gone 2 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks, 1 extra wide receiver on that team. That is a delete. The 3 quarterback, 3 tight end is such a tough thing to do that I don't love it. This is my boy, sports poker guy, who did figure out how to do screenshots. Trey Lance would be the best quarterback on the New Orleans Saints right now. All right, this is my boy, sports poker guy. He's got Baker Mayfield, Justin Fields, Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck, according to Saints beat writers, did the worst ever 2-minute drill in the history of football yesterday. Brian Robinson, Bucky Irving, Jonathan Taylor, Trevion Henderson, Isaiah Pacheco. So super high T. Let's see if we're worried about his wide receivers. DJ Moore, George Pickens, Kyle Williams, Cedric Tillman, Xavier Leggett, Dante Thornton, Andre Oshibas, Dalton Kincaid, Jonas Smith, Mason Taylor. Sir, no. Sports poker guy, I'm not giving it to you. That is also a delete. Now, oh, I didn't mean to report it. Oh, no, sorry. Sports poker guy, you needed at least a minimum of 8 wide receivers, probably 9 on this team. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. R.L. Stein, Goosebumps, Slappy World. I am Slappy's evil twin. I'm gonna give him a Super Roger, and I'm gonna pin that to the channel. Pin message, bang. All right, here we go. We have a Shepherd from Dowans. No, you could do DraftKings, you could do Fast Draft, you can do Drafters, you could do whatever you want, Logan. All right, this is my boy Dowans. We have got Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason, Cam Scatterbu, Ramondre, Ray Davis, Braylon Allen, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, Calvin Ridley, Pat Bryant, Michael Wilson, Jake Ferguson, Mason Taylor, Juwan Johnson. Clearly elite. I like these running backs. If you don't like these running backs, you'll think it stinks. You could have maybe even done 7 running backs instead of 7 wide receivers, but that is a very good Shepherd team. Not a gold star, but still quite good. Weekly winners. Interested in your thoughts on the game theory to sacrifice 2 weeks for full teams in the other 15. So he's doubling up on the week 8 and the week 6 buys. JJ McCarthy, Trevor Lawrence, Kyron Williams, James Conner, Travis Etienne, Jordan Mason, Bishal Tootin, Justin Jefferson, Jameson Williams, Roma Dunze, Jordan Addison, Luther Burden, Dante Thornton, De'Ami Brown, Jalen Noel, MVS, Brock Bowers, Benton Strange. My thought on that in weekly winners would be that you are literally decreasing your expected value of a given team by what would that be, like almost 10%, giving up 2 weeks. I don't like it, but I am not a smart person, consigliere. I think that weekly winners team was fine. I'll give you a compete because I love Bowers in weekly winners and I love JJ McCarthy in weekly winners. I'll give you a compete there. All right. This is my boy. I believe he goes by, I believe he is Andrew Allen. Yeah, Vaki got scratched last night. I tailed your picks of Lambert, Yeboah, Trey Lance, but accidentally took Vidal instead of Vaki. How about that? I mean, we'll take that. GM. Yes, last night was the start of a winning season. It was incredible. All right. Who is this? Oh, Andrew Allen. A big dog. Okay, big dog. Jalen Hurts at pick 41. I actually don't love that in the big dog. CJ Stroud, Amarian Hampton, Chuba Hubbard, Joe Mixon, Rashad White, and Miles Sanders. That is a slappy central ass running back room. Malik Neighbors, A.J. Brown, Emeka Egbuka, Michael Pittman Jr., Rashid Shaheed, Christian Kirk, Darius Slayton, Alec Pierce, Colston, Loveland, Zach Ertz, Theo Johnson. I actually think that's really good. I actually think this is quite a good big dog team. I didn't love the Hurts at 41. Obviously, Mixon at pick 65 sucks, but the rest of it is really strong. Mixon is keeping it from being an elite, but I'm giving you a compete, Andrew, a compete on your big dog. I think that was a strong effort. All right, a clear delete from Artillery Frost. Here we go. This is very funny. All right. Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young, Aaron Rodgers, Chase Brown, ETN, Scattaboo, Guerrero, Keaton Missile, CeeDee Lamb, Tet McMillan, Jalen Waddle, Jacoby Myers, Ricky Pearsall, Alec Pierce, Roman Wilson, Brock Bowers, David Njoku. Honestly, it's so funny how close this is to not being a delete. Isn't that so funny how best ball works? Like, literally, this is so close to being good. Like, this team could freaking advance out of its pod anyways. That's very funny. It is a clear delete, but it's just so funny how narrow the margins are in best ball from Artillery Frost there. All right, a little Dalmatian from my boy Benji. Joe Burrow at pick 73, Bo Nix at 96, Chase Brown, Isaiah Pacheco, Austin Eckler, Jerome Ford, Miles Sanders, Brashard Smith. Slappy ass running back room. This is like the slap capital of the world. You just are missing Tootin. He's got Chase and Higgins. He's got Devonta. He's got Sutton. He's got Pittman. He's got Mims. He's got Atwell. He's got Burton. The super mega overstack, dude. You're missing Taj Brooks, brother. The only thing you're missing Gesicki, and you're missing Taj Brooks. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bengals and 4 Broncos. Really funny. That, honestly, shout out to you. That is a cool team, Benny. Giving that a compete. All right, here we go. Money Printer Go Burrow. He got a Bowers and CMC team. So if you guys don't play over on the FFPC, this is tight end premium, so that is super strong. We've got Bowers, McCaffrey, Marvin Harrison, Devontae Adams, Chuba Hubbard, TJ Hawkinson, Caleb Johnson, Brandon Ayuk, Luther Burden, Jaden Reed, Kyler Murray, Devin Neal. Ooh, Devin Neal, not great. Brock Purdy, Brashard Smith, Eagles defense, Richardson, Jordan James, Elijah Royal, Raheem Sanders. Man, I think he did drop the baby because that's a crazy good start. But Ayuk is his wide receiver 3. I guess he did get Jaden Reed at that really nice price. Hawkinson, who's his second tight end? Arroyo? No, that's not a full baby drop. I think that one's fine. I'm giving that a compete. Pre-draft FFPC. By the way, Money Printer Go Burrow. He lives in France, so he can only drop. I don't. Yes, he can drop the zeros, but my boy lives in France, so he can't play on Underdog. Okay, so this is super flex. Lamar, Jonathan Taylor, Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison, Chase Brown, Mark Andrews, J.J. McCarthy, Chris Olave, Tyler Warren, Luther Burden, Travis Hunter, Byshell Tootin, Michael Pittman Jr., R.J. Harvey, Devin Neal, Brashard Smith, DeAndre Hopkins, Alec Iomanner, Noah Fant, and Michael Wilson. That is an elite. That's really good. That is an elite. Shout out to Money Printer Go Burrow. That, you know what? Here you go. That's the first one. That's I think that's the clear first elite. I'm not giving. My rule is pre-draft teams are not gonna get the slappy seal of approval, or they can't get the gold star team of the day. All right. What FFP? Okay, so this is the big 125 best ball tournament over on FFPC. Malik Neighbors, Trey McBride, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Travis Hunter, Alvin Kamara, Isaiah Pacheco, David Njoku, Travis Etienne, Justin Fields, Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, Trey Harris, Kyle Williams, Daniel Jones, Marshawn Lloyd, DJ Giddens, Will Shipley, Josh Reynolds, Michael Wilson. This one is not near as good. Kamara Pacheco is strong, but after that is a tough run right here. Ramondre, Trey Harris, Kyle Williams, Daniel Jones, Marshawn Lloyd is a tough run. That is a delete. 6th round Alvin Kamara is really strong though. All right, this is a palm from Jauan's, Jordan Love, Cam Ward, Chase Brown, James Cook, Travis Etienne Jr., Rashad White, Austin Eckler, Jarquez Hunter. Don't love the running backs there. Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Steph Diggs, Jaden Reed, Trey Harris, Rashad Bateman, Tyler Lockett, Jalen Noel, Trey McBride, Tucker Kraft. I don't like this one either. I guess Bateman is the bring back. Bateman at 144. Okay, I guess I wasn't looking at the associated pick cost. That's a compete. I think. I neither like nor dislike that one. That one's a compete. All right, here we go. We've got another from Allen. This is BBM from 6-13. Kyler Murray, Michael Penix, and Tua. Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor. A start I do like. He took Christian McCaffrey at 2. Shout out to him as well. Ramondre, Ray Davis, and Tank Bigsby. Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers, Jaden Reed, Darnell Mooney, Rashid Shaheed back in. Shaheed boys rise up. Keenan Allen, Dante Thornton, Trey McBride, and Cade Otton. Honestly, probably didn't even need Tua on this team, but at 170, when you have Waddle, frankly, I think his wide receivers came back around. I guess he spent a lot of. I guess he took Waddle early. I hate that move. I hate taking Waddle ahead of ADP. Again, another compete. I don't think Andrew, I don't think the Thornton pick was bad. That's a compete. All right. Another one from Downs. Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift, Zach Charbonnet, Isaac Urendo, Braylon Allen, Will Shipley. A lot of Chase Brown picks this morning. I do like Shipley quite a bit with Hurts. I love Urenda with Purdy. I hate this move. I actually hate the Jalen Hurts move when you have selected Chase and Higgins. Maybe Burrow went really early or something in this. Maybe Burrow got snapped from him in middle round 4. Devonta Smith, Ricky Pearsall, Darnell Mooney, Romeo Doubs, Darius Slayton, David Njoku, Dallas Goedert, and Theo Johnson. That team's okay. Honestly, I did mean to mention this. Probably, literally next week. This is probably going to be the last elite or delete for a while. Like my thought of what we're gonna do is probably one last mega elite or delete right before the season. The last Friday before the season starts. I'm gonna be like, what we'll do. Yes, and we could definitely do this. We could definitely do like the portfolio show is like people submit their teams. No, I'm drafting today. But it's more like getting through all these teams is gonna take like 2 hours. And I won't have those 2 hours next week. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Basically, we'll have this. It'll be a fun Yeah, 37 submissions, light work. What did I give this one? That's a compete. Dowans is a big team submitter. All right, BBM with fallers from the 12 hole. This is from Mighty Monarch. We do need this. You know what? I'm hoping that next year I've got a little bit of extra capital to spend on the channel. Right now, the team at Davis Matic Industries is one person, plus Zach, right? Plus Lenars, who is, obviously is instrumental around here. But I'm hoping that next year there is enough capital around to, hire a thumbnail guy, hire some video editing. We'll see. Probably not 2 million. I'd settle for 20,000, I think. All right, my boy Mighty Monarch here. We've got Justin Fields, Caleb Williams, Geno Smith, Breece Hall with Fields, James Cook, David Montgomery, Tony Pollard, Trey Benson, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Roma Dunze, Jauan Jennings, Jalen McMillan, Tyler Lockett, Darius Slayton, Tyler Warren, Colson Loveland, Mason Taylor. You didn't need Geno on this team, and you didn't need Mason Taylor on this team. It's fine to take Mason Taylor with Fields, but you didn't need to do unstacked, uncorrelated Geno. I would have maybe even taken like Trey Tucker over Tyler Lockett on this team. I like the basis of the team, though. You got a huge ADP value on Montgomery. That is pretty strong. And I see why you took Geno as a faller, Warren as a faller, but you didn't need both of them. That's a compete. Wow, how about that? Het71 for putting me on your UD picks. I got your next BBM draft. Bang. The actual easy step would just be to create another Discord channel. Well, yeah, we probably could do that as well. You guys, obviously, if you've been hanging out long enough, I have a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts, but I'm not so great at organizing them. Thank you, Het, and thank you. Look at that, man. Ahmad gifting a Memby. Shout out to my boy C Money. Okay. Band Bear. This is a Chow Chow, so this was the $50 one that they did. Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs. I love Gibbs and Goff together. Hubbard, Pacheco, Benson, Jalen Wright, DJ Giddens, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison, Jameson Williams, Jordan Addison, Hollywood Brown, Pat Brown, Isaac Tesla, Evan Ingram, Mike Gesicki, Noah Gray. This is an elite. That's a really good team. That's very good. I don't love the Noah Gray pick, but that is kind of picky. What are some contests with the best bang for your buck on a tighter best ball budget this year? Obviously, like, they do some low stakes stuff on Underdog. There is a $3 best ball championship on Drafters that will overlay. So actually, no, it won't. The big one is going to overlay, but the little one will not. And then DraftKings has a $3 as well. That was a very good team from Band Bear, BBM from Sports Poker Guy, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Devin A-Chain, Trevion Henderson, Quinshawn Judkins, Roshan Johnson, Taj Brooks, Keaton Mitchell, Malik Neighbors, Terry McLaurin, Zay Flowers, Shakir at ADP, Coleman after ADP, Chris Godwin, Marvin Mims, Cedric Tillman, Isaiah Likely, Mason Taylor. I'm giving him a compete. Yes, fast draft, no rake in the $10 contest as well. Who did he take in the first round in this one? He took Neighbors in the first. Yeah, Neighbors at 8. That's a compete as well. Don't hate it. Think we cooked. Really would have loved 3 quarterbacks. GM. Yeah. Well, honestly, it's a Charlie, it's a good thing I ended up not committing to the ship chasing thing, because my home draft with all my boys from high school and college is this weekend. I'll be leaving after the show today to go and do so. Okay, Justin Fields, Drake May, Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre Swift, Jordan Mason, Tank Bigsby, Jerome Ford, Jarquez Hunter, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin, Travis Hunter, Steph Diggs, Kyle Williams, Dante Thornton, Tucker Kraft, Hunter Henry, Cade Otton. That is, honestly, that feels like a bit too much New England for me. And those wide receivers also feel, I guess it's okay. Fields. I don't love, I don't know. It's fine. That's a compete as well. All right, Kevin came in the Discord this morning and was talking shit about Keandre Lambert-Smith, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Breece Hall, RJ Harvey, Zach Charbonnet, Braylon Allen, Miles Sanders, Keaton Mitchell, AJ Brown, Brian Thomas, Calvin Ridley, Steph Diggs, Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Palmer, De'Ami Brown, Evan Ingram, Dallas Goedert, and Chig Okonkwo. I mean, that's elite. That's just a really good team. Up and down, can't find any fault there. That you cooked. I hate to say it, Kevin, you cooked. Not giving that a gold star, but that is indeed a cook. Calvin Grant became a YouTube member. A Jets double and a Patriots triple. What can go wrong? Is the 9th round too early for KLS? People are asking. They're asking. All right, Jake. This is my boy Jake, whose Discord name is Partisan Hack. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Anthony Richardson. I'm very hip to Anthony Richardson as a third quarterback. Oh, Mixon at 46, bro. Mixon. Okay. This is very funny. This is very funny. Mixon 46, Judkins at pick 70, 140 Jaden Blue. He's got Rashee Rice at pick 27, Luther Burden at 94, Trey Harris at 99. Oh, 10-4, buddy. 10. See, we do need some people to be doing this. I'm leaving that. I owe Jake something, because that is very funny. That is so, all right. Let me give him, and I need to give him a Super Roger too. Oh, that is phenomenal stuff. All right, this is a June Elite, August Dead. All right, this is a Drafters Millie, Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Tua, Devin Achane, Ray Davis, Braylon Allen, Justice Hill, DJ Giddens, Nick Chubb, Jarquez Hunter. That is not enough at running back. 0 RB. That is hard on drafters to do that. Jefferson, McLaurin, Waddle, Pearsall, Pickens, Ayuk, Kirk, Loveland, Pitts, Theo. Yeah, not enough at running back there. I think that's a delete, honestly. Puppy 2 from Julian. Happy to have you, brother. GM Cameron. All right, Julian, Josh Allen, Bryce Young, Ken Walker, Trevion Henderson, Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, Marshawn Lloyd, Woody Marks. He was behind on Najee, behind on Javonte, but look at that Woody Marks there. Malik Neighbors, AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Khalil Shakir, Michael Pittman Jr., Keon Coleman, Adam Thielen, Mark Andrews, Cade Otton, and Jatavian Sanders. So he's got Bryson, Thielen, and Sanders. No Seattle. That's good. That's a compete there for you, Julian. All right, another one from Downs. Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy, Anthony Richardson. Good quarterback room. Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, Dylan Sampson, Braylon Allen, DJ Giddens. That is a very good running back room. I don't like Javonte, but pick 143 I think is fine for him. That's actually right about where I have him ranked. T. Higgins, Xavier Worthy, Jauan Jennings, Jordan Addison, Darnell Mooney, Rashid Shaheed. Good ADP value on Mooney, AD Mitchell, Trey McBride, and Zach Ertz. So you got Ertz and Daniels, McCarthy and Addison, Richardson and AD Mitchell. That is elite. That's a good team. Potential gold star there. Husky. There definitely is a $3 on DraftKings. I am no chance am I making that up. There's got to be a $3 on DraftKings. It's called the play action, I believe. Yep, I'm looking at it right now. Burrow plus a 2026 first and a 2027 first for Kyler, Hampton, St. Brown. Give me the Kyler, Amarian, ARSB side all day, and even more so in a 10-team dynasty. 1,000,000% I want the player side there. Mr. Coda. If you ain't slapping, no one's clapping. Shout out to Skeletor. All right, this is my boy Brandel's Candles. Justin Herbert, Michael Penix, Aaron Rodgers. Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Isaiah Pacheco, Cam Scatterbu, Jerome Ford, Jarquez Hunter. That's a good running back room. Of course, Chad is taking Scatterbu. T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Jameson Williams, Trey Harris. I bet he wishes Trey Harris was Keandre Lambert-Smith. Christian Kirk, Keenan Allen, Deontay Johnson, Sam Laporta, and Kyle Pitts. That is an elite fantasy football team. I got no holes on this team. That is the leading candidate for Gold Star of the day, I think. Because it doesn't even matter that his guys are unstacked. Rodgers is a fine third quarterback if you want to go that way. No, KLS is legitimately draftable, I think. I think KLS is no different than taking Deontay Johnson right now, I think. Wide receiver room could be shaky, but it's fine. All right, drinking bleach. Drake May, Jordan Love, Geno Smith, Jahmyr Gibbs, Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty at 19. What is going on? Josh Jacobs, Dylan Sampson, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Ted McMillan, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Jaden Reed, Cooper Kupp, Michael Pittman Jr., Demario Douglas, Kincaid. I guess he got him at 150. Elijah Arroyo and Cade Otton. Yeah, that's elite. I mean, just for Genty at 19, that is very good. Superflex team from Jared, Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, Anthony Richardson, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason. I already hate it. This is not strong enough at running back. Mason, Tracy, Ramondre, Braylon Allen, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Woody Marks, Audric Esme, Kendrick Miller, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman Jr., Emek Egbuka. Yeah, I hate it, man. You just, that is not enough. Training camp got this Superflex aging like milk. I mean, Marks is good. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is fine, but I just like your running back one is David Montgomery. You need more running back points in Superflex. But you did get a ton of CLV there for sure. But I that's kind of the reverse of how I draft that format. KLS is the new Dante Thornton. Would you do any board flipping in BBM? No, definitely not. Too many projected points given up. All right, this is from my boy Semi-Pro. All right. Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Isaiah Pacheco, Cam Scatterbu, Zach Charbonnet, Ray Davis, Jerome Ford, DJ Giddens, Keaton Mitchell. Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Devonta Smith, Matthew Golden, Christian Kirk, Xavier Leggett, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, and Mike Gesicki. Huh. I mean, it's for a 0 running back team. He got some clear hits here. Yeah, giving you elite there, semi-pro. Enjoy it. Recent BBM wanted to give you a 0 RB build. All right, a true 0 RB build from my boy Bucky. Oh, I'm definitely taking Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Jalen Hurts, Tyler Shuck, Caleb Johnson, Aaron Jones, Cam Scatterboot, Byshell Tuden, Isaac Urendo, Roshan Johnson, DJ Giddens, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Marvin Harrison, T-Mac at 54, Chris Olave, Keon Coleman, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts, Jauan Johnson. Everyone, give Bucky a round of applause because this is a great, great way to draft 0 running back teams. He accepted that he's probably not going to get enough points. Like, he has accepted that these are the wide receivers you have to have and not trying to get, like, if Ted McMillan is your wide receiver 4 at pick 54, you're chilling. No, I'm a Shuck boy. I'm a Shuck boy. Give this man his gold star. Here we go. We have got, this is an eliminator from A Word on Sports. Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, good eliminator quarterback room. Barkley, Jacobs, Kamara, Tyrone Tracy, Tajay Spears, Rico Dowdle. It's a really good eliminator running back room. Ladd, Worthy, Flowers, Olave, Burden, Wandale, Reynolds, Goddard, Strange. I mean, other than Reynolds, like, that is 10 out of 10. Give this, that is also clearly elite. Good stuff there from A Word on Sports. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to give Buck a delete. CJ Stroud, Matthew Stafford, Cam Ward, hate it. Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, James Conner, J.K. Dobbins, Jerome Ford, hate it. A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Debo 10 picks ahead of ADP, Darnell Mooney ahead of ADP, Emeka Egbuka, Michael Wilson, Io Manor, Tyler Warren, Dalton Kincaid, Theo Johnson. Let me tell you, Buck.
Delete! 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 Delete!
Dude submitted Debo Samuel 10 picks ahead of ADP, Darnell Mooney, Michael Wilson, Alec Io Manor. Crazy thinking that's going to fly around here, Buck. Shoei, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, McCaffrey, Pollard, Mixon at 90, Judkins at 138, Najee at 162, Jerome Ford 175, A.J. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jalen Waddle, Jordan Addison, Keon Coleman, Xavier Leggett, Ray McLeod, hate it, Dontavian Wicks, Tyler Warren, and Jonnu Smith. I'm going to give Shoei, I don't like this individual team is whatever, but I want to give him an elite and I want to give him credit for one major thing, which is that if you do this type of stuff more often than not, when you buy the dip more often than you do not buy the dip, you are going to come out ahead. And I think this is a good strategy. That individual team, these individual dips, obviously I do not love, but I think that I think that he should be commended for this. Someone offered me their 103 for Chase Brown in an early 2020 second. I would do that obviously I would say just don't give them the second and say, sure, I will take the 103 for Chase Brown. Or give them a third. All right. Here we go. All right. Drafted in the flagship contest. The Chihuahua 2. And early seconds are valuable picks already. Early seconds are valuable. We aren't jamming the dip on Judkins because I'm afraid. Truly, I am afraid. Okay. Justin Fields, Caleb Williams, Matt Stafford, Breece Hall, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard, Isaac Guerrero, Jaden Blue, Jarquez Hunter, Puka Nacua, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, Roma Dunze, Luther Burden, Mason Taylor, Jatavian Sanders, Juwan Johnson. So are the positional skill groups good enough to do the 3-6-6-3? Honestly, I think they probably are. I think this is fire. I think this is fire, Zach, in the old flagship. Fire. Yeah, also betting on a rookie that doesn't have a contract signed and hasn't stepped foot on the practice field is tough. And see, that's the thing. I also don't feel like we probably won't feel like total morons because, like the Browns stink. I love a good 3-6-6-3, Zach. Zach got the gold star last week, so I'm not going to give it to him this week. All right, Tim Holstead, marathon for the promo. This is my boy Tim. Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, Cam Ward, Breece Hall, Amarian Hampton, James Conner, Jordan Mason, and Miles Sanders. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., Chris Olave, Jacoby Myers, Josh Downs, Kyle Williams, Jalen Knoll, Roman Wilson. That is awful slappy for a marathon. Hunter Henry, Mason Taylor. I feel like the positional distributions are a little bit off. I don't think you needed 8 wide receivers. Like I think I would have taken almost any running back instead of Roman Wilson. I mean the players themselves I like, and that's a really good price on Hampton. Sanders at 202 is sick. I think you're a little light at tight end. Tim, I love you, but I'm giving you a delete. This is a Husky from... Oh, we drafted this together this morning. GM. Yes. Sadly, I actually want to be drafting MLB BRs right now, but I literally don't have the time, which is crazy. I don't know, but the semi-pro elite no running back team looks to me like just flip board at 4-5 with Hurts and Vontae. That's how she goes. That's fair. See, Tim, you're a good guy. All right. Husky from this morning. This walking the dog. Soups drafted against me. He took Dak Prescott and Drake May. Chase Brown, Isaiah Pacheco, Cam Scatterbu, Ray Davis, Jaden Blue, and Jerome Ford. CeeDee Lamb, DK Metcalf, Travis Hunter, Stephon Diggs, Romeo Doubs, Wandale Robinson, KLS himself, Trey Tucker, Trey McBride, and Jonnu Smith. So I probably would have taken Booty over Trey Tucker on this team. But other than that, I also like that he just is like, you know what? I'm getting Cam Scatterbu. I don't love that price on Ray Davis at all. But that's just kind of how these rooms go sometimes. That's a good team. Giving you a compete, Soups. All right. Ooh. The 250 on DraftKings from Pozanote. Baker Mayfield, Devin A-Chain, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mike Evans with Baker. So we got the double Detroit, double Tampa Bay, DJ Moore, Dallas Goedert, Roman Dunze, Emeka Egbuka, Jared Goff. So we got the stacks lined up. Cam Scatterbu, Byshell Tootin, Jaden Blue, Adam Thielen, Jack Besh, Kate Otten, Don't Love Fryermuth, Woody Marks, Jordan James, Isaac Tesla. Link to join the Discord is you got to be a YouTube member, a twitch.tv/DavisMattock subscriber, or a patreon.com/DavisMattock subscriber. If you sign up in any if you sign up using any of those methods, you will be automatically added in via the software. I mean, okay. Here's the deal about DraftKings teams. This is clearly an elite team, right? No reasonable person would argue this is phenomenal. But every team on DraftKings is phenomenal. What do you do? Yeah, well, he might not be. He might be fine. So if you are on the YouTube app, you have to use this link. You have to open YouTube in your Safari window. For whatever reason on the Apple's, like if you have an iPhone, because of the way Apple charges a 5% surplus, actually it's more. I think it's like a 30% surplus. I did, Soups. I got squeezed hard on quarterbacks this morning. Yeah. So basically, and this actually just goes for any of you. If you are ever about to buy something on the App Store or in an app, always try and see if you can do it in Safari or on your computer, because you are getting charged a tax every time you make a financial transaction via an application on your iPhone. How do I know this? I know this because, well, there we go. A new member, SMMDFS, Savage Money Makers. I know this because on Patreon, where I do like my rankings and my writing and stuff, there is a price for people to sign up. No, Calvin, what happens to some people, this does not happen universally, is that sometimes they don't get added right away and they just have to relink it, and it pops you right back in. Yeah, it generally speaks, some people have issues with it, some people don't. I've never had issues with it personally, but some people do. Clearly elite there from Posanote. All right, this is a 125 best ball tournament over on the FFPC. This is shit. Yeah, the Achievers is the blindest seal on earth. He is the number one blindest seal. Let's see how blind he went. CeeDee Lamb, Brian Thomas Jr., Amarian Hampton, Jaden Daniels, Trevion Henderson, Travis Hunter, Tucker Kraft, Cam Scattaboo, Matthew Golden, Trevor Lawrence with Hunter, Byshell Tootin, Luther Burden, Dylan Sampson, Rashad Bateman, Jarquez Hunter, Jatavian Sanders, Tyler Higbee, Harold Fannin, Jalen Lane, and Trevor Etienne. This dude, this guy, I love him. I also aspire to be him. He is the blindest seal alive. Is this a rookies only league? Oh, I love it. It's just every time he submits a team. When you sub through YouTube, it just automatically adds. You just have to link your YouTube to your Discord. Some people have trouble getting in the first time, and then all you need to do is re-link it. Yeah, Higbee needed to be Gadsden. Link YouTube to Discord. Here you go. SMM. Check this link right there. Anyone who's having any trouble, check that link right there. Very, very simple. Many people have figured it out. I'm going to give, you know what I'm going to give? Shit, yeah, the Achievers. I'm going to give him the Slappy Seal Award of the... Yes, Mr. Achievers is proof that drafting best ball teams can be an art form. All right, Chow Chow from Mr. Mister. Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Sam Darnold. I do like the 3 quarterback stuff in this format. Bucky Irving, Chase Brown, Ramondre Stevenson, Trey Benson, Brashard Smith, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Zay Flowers, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Brandon Ayuk, Adam Thielen, Marquez Valdez Scantling, Jake Ferguson, Juwan Johnson. So he's got Darnold and MVS, one of my favorite fallbacks. He's got Jordan Love and Jaden Reed. He's got Brock Purdy and Ayuk. And yeah, it's a good team. Good team. Not elite, I don't think. I think that is a nice little compete. Got another one from Jared. Kyler Murray, Bryce Young, Aaron Rodgers. Last round, Aaron Rodgers. Jahmyr Gibbs, RJ Harvey, Brian Robinson Jr., Ramondre Stevenson, Isaac Guerrero, Tyreek Hill, Ted McMillan, DK Metcalf with Rodgers, George Pickens, Trey Harris, Cedric Tillman, Jalen Tolbert, Darius Slayton, Trey McBride, and Jatavian Sanders. I mean, that is a fire team. Gibbs with the early McBride, but then brings it back with Tyreek. That is very strong. You know what, Jared? I'm giving that one an elite. How about that? All right, here we go. We have got one now from Mr. James Bean. Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard, Jalen Warren, Jalen Wright. So many Jalens. Will Shipley, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, slappy ass running back room. Phil Maffa in the wild. You ever seen a Phil Maffa in the wild? CD Lamb, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, Michael Pittman Jr., Darius Slayton, Colson Love on Dallas Goedert, Jake Ferguson. What's going on here? So he stopped at 6 wide receivers, which I think was optimal. 2 quarterbacks. I don't know if you needed. I probably would have done 2 tight ends on this team. I probably would have done a 2-7-7-2. But you know what? Again, I commend you for stopping at 6 and not adding on like Kamonte Turpin for whatever reason on this team. A wild slaplet appears. You can't actually see Phil Maffa. You can only feel Phil Maffa. Not gonna quite give that one an elite, but it's definitely not an elite. That's a compete there. All right, forgot which tourney. It's from my boy CH. Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, Saquon Barkley. So the Philadelphia Buffalo correlation. And then he went true hero running back. Barkley, Ramondre Tootin, Eckler, Miles Sanders, DJ Giddens, Tyreek Hill, George Pickens, Cortland Sutton, Jordan Addison, Emeka Egbuka, Chris Godwin, Keon Coleman, Evan Ingram, Brenton Strange, and Noah Fant. Chess Liam-ass team. Noah Fant. So that's Noah Fant stacked with the Dolphins. He did it. He literally did Noah Fant. He literally did Noah Fant with the Dolphins. Shout out, my boy. That is so funny. I'm giving you a delete just for believing Liam about Noah Fant going to the Dolphins. This is a DK Millie all buzz team. Mayfield, Goff, Shuck. Hey, man, I believe in Shuck. A-Chain, Hampton, Trevion, Trey Benson, Jerome Ford, Bill Brasky Merritt, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Olave, Emeka Egbuka, Christian Kirk, Jalen McMillan, De'Ami Brown, Isaac Tesla, Tyler Warren, Colson Loveland, Hunter Henry. Clearly elite, but you guys are just... These DraftKings teams, do you even... Okay, I got a question for you guys. Do you actually feel bad for how easy it is to win on DraftKings? I sometimes I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? It is. It is such a battle of super teams over on DK. Is it true that 31.2% of the teams that you claim are elite have a 14.3% chance of scoring more than 78.9% of the teams? Absolutely. I also love Warren. I also love Warren and Loveland with the chaperone. I mean, yeah, that's clearly an elite, Joey. God, that one's actually so good. I'm not gonna delete it because it might just win the award. All right, Purdy, Fields, and Geno, Christian McCaffrey, Devin Achane, Rashad White, Rico Dowdle, Kareem Hunt. I'm giving you a negative for taking Kareem Hunt. Get that shit out of my face. Taj Brooks, Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams, Rashee Rice, Jauan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Matthew Golden, Dante Thornton. No, you're getting, dude, you took Kareem Hunt and Ray McCloud. I'm not even finishing the team. Delete. Mr. 4 running back. Brother, you're taking Ray McCloud in a world where Keandre Lambert-Smith exists. That's all I'm saying. All right. My boy Jake, who had a tough time last night watching Trey Harris get dunked on by Keandre Lambert-Smith, JT Vinegar 2, Justin this is an eliminator, by the way. Justin Fields, Drake May, Michael Penix, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Chuba Hubbard, Tony Pollard, Drake London, Jameson Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Rashad Bateman, Brandon Ayuk, Keon Coleman, Michael Wilson, Jalen Coker, Kyle Pitts, Mike Gesicki, Mason Taylor. Jake, give me one reason why in this format you took Jalen Coker instead of Elijah Mitchell or Woody Marks or any. I think this team is very good. But tell me what Jalen Coker does for this team. Joey liked getting roasted about Ray McCloud, so he gifted him MB. That's how you know he's a good deal. I see. The thing is I don't think Jalen Coker is a good. Okay. Team correlation. All right. I'm ready to go to the mat. Trevor Etienne, better pick on this team than Jalen Coker. Now, okay, if I'm wrong about this, if Coker beats out Liget, then okay. Then all my takes will be wrong. 0% ETN is better. Okay, well, there you go. Everyone has universally said that I'm wrong, so here you go. Jake. Well, what do you think the exercise we're doing here is, dude? We are nitpicking fantasy football teams on August 1st. Most people don't even know that fantasy football is happening yet. There's a whole world out there that doesn't even know. Okay, what week am I bounced? That's a good question. What week is he bounced? You don't get bounced. You win. This team wins the whole tournament, Jake. How are you spending your money? What's the first thing after you win the eliminator that you're going to buy? No, I've actually yet to draft a good team, Mac Nova. That's the funny thing. I keep auto drafting Pat Fryermuth on accident. There you go. Man after my own heart. Man's going to buy Bitcoin. Okay, Jake. I think Chubb should be going way after the Giants running backs. Like way after. 100 gifted members to my boy Liam. First downs per route run is one of the biggest predictors of future success. I actually did not know that. I had no idea. You did not watch me star Patty F. That did not happen. Run the tape back. No chance. All right, Jake. Caleb Williams, Devin A-Chain, Amarian Hampton, Malik Neighbors, Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, Colson Loveland, Debo Samuel, Jauan Jennings, Tony Pollard, Zach Charbonnet, Hollywood Brown, Dylan Sampson, Cameron Ward, Roshan Johnson, Elk Pierce, Jackson Dart, Theo Johnson, Aronde Gadsden, and Josh Reynolds. No Keandre Lambert-Smith, so send that one. No, I'm just kidding. I did. It was pure panic. After yesterday, I do think I need to switch the giveaway video to "You Better Hope Pat Fryermuth is the guy you need." Here, SMM, just add me as a friend on Discord, and I will patch you in. If you add me as a friend on Discord, I will personally invite you in. My name is Davis Maddock on Discord. Very, very easy to find if you're in any of my mutual servers, and I will give you a personal invite. I don't know why, but the trio of Neighbors, A-Chain, and Hampton feels like the winning trio for BBM. Honestly, don't even disagree. Does feel pretty good. A clear elite here for Jake C. Just like all these nutted combos. Loveland and Caleb Williams. Cam Ward, who is like my favorite late round quarterback. Dart and Theo Johnson. Great backstack. But again, you are just taking candy from a baby over on DraftKings. All right, this is my boy, Ball is Life. Ball is Life, yes. Calvin, please just ship me a message on Discord. I'll be happy to add you. Yes, it's true. It's true. Hampton couldn't score last night. Did you guys see how bad that angle was he took on the corner? This is the best year to draft DK because last year the Boomers actually won. Before you grade, see, the thing that Theo Johnson does for this team is I like Theo Johnson, man. There you go. Hey, Ryan. There you go. Okay. I just accepted 2 friend requests over on Discord, so you guys should be able to. All right, Cade. Hold on. Let me get into the Slappy Central, and I should be able to invite all of you guys. Send me a message. Okay. Let me review this team. BG Lakers 10, Ball is Life. Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, Trevion Henderson, RJ Harvey, Jalen Warren, Jalen Wright, Braylon Allen, Will Shipley, DJ Giddens, Blake Corum, Taj Brooks. If you have ever sent this message, you might be a slappy. Well, you might be a slappy if you cite Trevion Henderson as a reason to not take the big dog. If you've ever drafted Genty and Hampton as your running back 1 and your running back 2, you might be a slappy. If you've ever drafted Jalen Warren and Miles Sanders together, you might be a slappy. If you have even conceived of the thought, the fan and bet, you might be a slappy. Yeah! Insane running back room. Insane. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., Xavier Worthy, George Pickens, Luther Bird, and Hollywood Brown. The one tight end team. That is, dude, guys. Give Ball his life. Give Ball his life his due. You know what? I can't even believe I'm doing this. Slap of the week. It's not shit, yeah, the Achievers. It's this running back room. ATX Bearcat, thank you, sir. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm missing one of you guys. I need to add Kudzu into. There we go. All right, everyone who wanted to be added should be in there. Probably the last time I'm going to be able to do that. Everyone else needs to everyone else needs to improve their technological skills, because there's just no way that it works for some people and doesn't. My guess is why it doesn't work for some people is you have a different email between your Discord and your YouTube account. That is my guess. I don't know, but that is my guess. All right, just a round of applause for Ball is Life. I give him. Is there? We need a. This is fine here? We need a seal emoji in the Discord. Obviously, a seal react. All right, Mac Nova, a 2772. Josh Allen at 42, sick. Michael Penix, Brian Robinson, Tyrone Tracy, Zach Charbonnet, Rico Dowdle, J.K. Dobbins, Dylan Sampson, Miles Sanders, Puka Nacua, Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Zay Flowers, Jerry Jeudy, Khalil Shakir, Jack Besh, Dalton Kincaid, and Kyle Pitts. I mean, honestly, other than the slappy tight end room is very strong. It's very good, Mac Nova. That's an elite. I'm giving you the elite. Don't know if it's gold. It's not gold star worthy, but it's definitely really good. It's not gold star worthy, and I'm going to delete it. But all right, here we go. A Barkley Genty DK start. Oh, he's clubbing more baby seals over on DraftKings. He's showing the lemmings off the cliff. Baker Mayfield, Saquon Barkley, Ashton Genty, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Mike Evans, Cortland Sutton, Colston Loveland, Roma Dunze, Jacoby Myers, Jordan Mason, Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, Geno Smith, Romeo Doubs, Bretton Strange, Kate Otten, Jalen Noel, Miles Sanders, Keaton Mitchell. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Nick, what does Nick Westbrook-Akine do for this team? It's a very good team. Although just in general, I don't love Jordan Mason on DraftKings. Geno, Jacoby. No third quarterback. Drake May. It's very good. Very good, Logan. Elite. Husky from Peter O'Neill. No, it's still very good. It's still very good, but that's the wrong hyphenated wide receiver. Imagine taking Nick Westbrook-Akine when Keandre Lambert-Smith exists. JJ McCarthy, Dak Prescott, Geno Smith, Chuba Hubbard, Caleb Johnson, Byshell Tootin, Rashad White, Jarquez Hunter, DJ Giddens. Man, Rashad White sticking out like a sore thumb in this slap room. Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Emeka Egbuka, Michael Pittman Jr., Jack Besh, Darius Slayton, Brock Bowers, and Jake Ferguson. So McCarthy, Jefferson, Dak, Pickens, Geno, and Beck and Bowers. Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good here as well. White is a good chaperone. That's very elite. That's very elite, Peter. Gonna give you the fire moat. BBM. Oh, this is a star method failure here from Champ. Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Cam Scatterbu, Rashad White, Jaden Blue, Braylon Allen, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Jamison Williams, Stephon Diggs, Jaden Higgins, Jack Besh, Jalen Royals, Jalen Lane, Brock Bowers, Kyle Pitts, the ultimate slap tight end room, honestly. No, this team is good. This was not the fail team. All right, here's the fail team. Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young at 112, Chuba Hubbard, Alvin Kamara, Brian Robinson Jr., Aaron Jones, LaQuint Allen. A wild LaQuint Allen appeared. Brian Thomas Jr., Ladd McConkey, Isaac Tesla. How about last night? How about after last night? Isaac Tesla, Nick Westbrook-Akine, Demario Douglas, Elijah Moore, Dante Thornton, Sam Laporta, Evan Ingram, AJ Brown. How did you star method these guys? Oh, take a look at, before you delete the second team, look at the acronym. We'll take fun with it. Oh my goodness. Blind. Oh my god. Do you guys see this? No. Look at what it spells. Look at what the first letters spell. BLINDEDSEAL. And then BB, best ball, CABAL, the best ball cabal. Okay, all right, hold on. Super mega gold star. Honestly, I hope, beyond hope, that is the gold star of the day. No other team is close. A+. One the All right, hold on. I'm putting the timestamp in too. I got to put the timestamp in. The Goldest gold star of all time. Shout out to Tom C, the champ. Imagine a blinded seal ships Best Ball Mania. Truly, truly incredible things are happening. I'm not deleting it. That's staying there forever. Incredible stuff. I'm removing my kid's artwork off the fridge and replacing with a framed print of that screenshot. Somehow the B running back should have been Byshell Tootin, but honestly, LaQuint Allen is even further into the best ball cabal. That was the Slappy Ark of the Covenant. No, it really was. We need a sticker. Merch shop slowly coming together. All right, this is MBF. Justin Fields, Bryce Young, Christian McCaffrey, Quinshon Judkins, Sharbs, Braylon, Will Shipley, Jarquez Hunter, Brian Thomas, Devontae Adams, Ted McMillan, Jalen Water, Luther Burden, Kyle Williams, Jalen Coker, Evan Ingram, Hunter Henry, and Mason Taylor. Yeah, not sure what I was doing with this one. You were just vibing, dude. You were just pure vibes. No, you got Mason Taylor, you got Tet. That's a real vibesy team, MBF. Giving you a delete just for the Judkins. All right, a golden here from Jared. Justin Fields, Jared Goff, Josh Jacobs, Isaiah Pacheco, Ramondre Stevenson, J.K. Dobbins, Roshan Johnson, Jalen Wright, Miles Sanders, Justin Jefferson, Lad McConkey, Jameson Williams, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Alan Lazard. I can't. Why are you making me say the name Alan Lazard, bro? Keenan Allen, Sam Laporta, Travis Kelce. God, I just am like, Alan Lazard is going to be a Steeler, bro. Got CMC. I mean, you didn't ruin it. It's not that bad. This team's fine. You probably didn't need Roshan and Jalen Wright on this team. 2772 I do like, though. I'm giving you a compete, Jared. Giving you a compete in the golden. All right. The mini golden single entry just leaned into the quarterback stacks. This is Caddius Dust. Creamy Rick. Creamy Rick? My eyes. Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, Amarian Hampton, Chuba Hubbard, Trevion Henderson, Rashad White, Jalen Wright, Marshawn Lloyd. So he's got Baker and Rashad, Anigbuka, Herbert with Hampton. Cup. Wow. Here we go. First KLS team of the day. Keandre Lambert Smith. Gold star. Creamy Rick. Keandre. He's the greatest receiver of all time. I've never seen the goggles. They do nothing. People don't even know what that's from, Listoic. Oh, you're right. That is the second. Someone ring the KLS bell. Shout out. I'm giving you a gold star. As it says there on the screen you're looking at, become a YouTube member to have your team reviewed, sir. YouTube member, twitch.tv/DavisMattic, patreon.com/DavisMattic. Have to be able to get into the Discord, and then you can head on over to the team review submissions tab. Channel in the Discord. That's what they call it. They call it a channel. All right. Thank you, Cadius Dust, for that one. Very strong. Kramer 222. He didn't say what contest this is in. Dude, the GTO is to wait for the giveaway to sub. That is true. Yeah. Already have confirmed Nick Ercolano, Evan Silva, Crane, Overzet, and Dinkmeyer for Wednesday. We're going to be doing a huge giveaway, huge stream on Wednesday. I'm going to be streaming for like 8-9 hours. And for every subscriber that the channel gets, I'm going to be giving away $1. So if we get 37 subscribers, I'm going to give away $37. If we get 400 subscribers, I'm going to give someone $400. If we get 1,000, shit, I guess I'm giving away 1,000. Probably not going to give away more than 1,000, but that's the plan. So, I hope you tell your friends. I hope you tell your family. I hope you tell your league mates. I hope your league mates tell someone. I hope you tell someone who tells someone. It's gonna be a big day. A big day. Yes, I've been wanting to have Mr. Ercolano on the channel for a while, and it felt like the right time to do it. All right, Jaden Daniels, Justin Fields, Devin A-Chain, James Conner, David Montgomery, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Dylan Sampson, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Waddle, Emeka Egbuka, Christian Kirk, Josh Palmer, and Adam Thielen, Dallas Goedert, Mason Taylor, Jatavian Sanders. Do I like Mason? I guess with Fields, you just want to get something in there with him. I don't know if I would have done Connor and Montgomery. Kind of early on McLaurin. I mean, I'm just gonna keep streaming. If it ends, like if it's I don't know, it would be sick to get to 10,000. There we go. That's a compete, Kramer. May BBM. Oh, this is the draft board. May BBM from Aaron. Here we go. Dak Prescott at 116, Bryce Young, Daniel Jones, Devin A-Chain, Chase Brown at 29, Cam Scattaboo, Rico Dowdle, DJ Giddens, Lamb with Dak, Tet at 44, George Pickens, Debo Samuel, Matthew Golden, Emeka Egbuka. Hard to get those guys together these days. Egbuka at 92, Alec Pierce, Colston Loveland, Tucker Kraft, Jatavian Sanders. That is a very good team. That is elite. I have absolutely A-Chain at 20. What a sick buy. Shout out to Aaron. That is really good. But I feel like I can't give the gold star. I already gave the gold star away. All right, this is a preseason, so this is yeah, that was a great team. If I had the funds to max BBM and a following, I've always had the idea to do a subathon streaming. That would honestly, what a freaking YouTube live stream that would be. So one of these guys who's really trying to build a channel should definitely do that. Just got a direct message from the most famous man in fantasy football, Mason Dodd. I feel special when Mason talks to me. I'm like, wow. All right. Anthony Richardson, Cam Ward, Sam Darnold. These are his running backs. McCaffrey, Connor, Pacheco, Swift, Marks, Tootin, Malik Neighbors, Xavier Worthy, Jamison Williams, Jacoby Myers, Josh Downs, Hollywood Brown, Alec Pierce, Tez Johnson, Meme Pick, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, Theo Johnson. I mean, it doesn't have Travis Hunter. And it doesn't have RJ Harvey, but it is still really good. How many hours would you have to be to do that? Well, every draft takes 45 minutes. So 45 times 150 divided by 24. That doesn't make sense. Davis, don't be an idiot. Little bored. You got a ton of CLV. Yeah, it's something like 2 to 3 days in a row. Yeah, where was Mason's Rolling Stone? They should do a cover story on Mason Dodd. Yeah, there you go. Much easier to do it that way than the way I just tried to do it. Every time I try and do math live on stream, I'm like, why are you doing this? You are an idiot. That's a very good team, Lil Dodger. I hope you win. Frankie Dash, this is a golden. Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Tyler Shuck. Shout out to Shuck boys. Devin A-Chain, Jordan Mason. Mason at 99. Travis Etienne, boo. Ray Davis, Roshan Johnson. CeeDee Lamb, Jameson Williams, George Pickens, Deebo Samuel. Matthew Golden, Xavier Leggett, Michael Wilson, Isaac Tesla, Trey McBride, and Jauan Johnson. Well, yeah, but multi-tabling would ruin the experience of the stream is the issue. I feel like this team is real good, but it might just be because I like all the players. Yeah, no, that's elite, bro. It's funny. He thinks this stinks. I'm like, oh, I like all this stuff. Like, I like Kyler and McBride. I like the Goff, Jamo, Tesla. I like all these running backs. I mean, I don't love Roshan. But that's very funny. I did forget to mention, I don't think this team stinks. I only know Mason through Fantasy Stock Exchange, good dynasty channel that actually introduced me to Crane's legendary upside theory. So technically they introduced me to best ball. Many such cases, bro. Man, you want to know something disgusting? Do you guys want to know something that is hard? It is so hard to get people to sign up to Underdog Fantasy with your promo code. It's crazy. Yeah, Tesla. I would say I vacillate between saying it correctly and saying it inappropriately. Yeah, everyone's already on Underdog. It's crazy. All right, Frankie, I don't think that team stinks. All right, here we go. We've got a Shepherd from Dowans, Bo Nix, Tua Tagovailoa, Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Isaiah Pacheco, Rico Dowdle, DJ Giddens, Tyreek Hill, George Pickens, Cortland Sutton, Deebo Samuel, Darnell Mooney, Hollywood Brown, Pat Bryant, Alec Pierce, David Njoku, Tucker Kraft, and Jauan Johnson. So he's got Njoku, obviously, I love. Nix with Sutton, Tua with Reek, Bijan, Jacobs, Pacheco, Dowdle, Giddens, Reek, Pickens. I just don't love this. That 4 wide receiver run of Sutton, Samuel, Mooney, Hollywood, just like 29-year-old dudes. Two week 12s. That's not a big deal, right? It's not great. You do lose about 20 points on average from an expected team. It's fine. That's I think that is like the right archetype of running back room. I think it's the right. It's just what I don't love is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide receivers who are 28 or older, which I don't love. All right, this is my boy V28RDG Vidal. Hey, Mr. Razor P himself. Although Kevin insinuates that he's a slappy. Do you want to know what Kevin was doing in the Discord this morning? He was telling everyone to be rational and reasonable about Keandre Lambert-Smith. Guy pretends to be king of the slaps. I don't know, man. Yes. Well, actually, I have no idea. I have no idea if that's true, Frankie, that the average difference between finishing 2 and 4 is less than 20 points. That I cannot tell you the truth about. But I do know that you do cost yourself about 20 points. There we go. New Memby Kevin. Honestly, you're right. You're right. He is one of those benevolent kings. Eric? Eric, is your... I've always wondered this. Is your painting... Is that supposed to be Freud? Or... I've always been curious, Eric, what painting that is. Very cool. Who is that a self-portrait? Do you know? You probably don't even know this, man. I have a Van Gogh painting tattooed on my back. True story. That's actually real. They never know. They never know how slappy it can get around here. All right. We have got Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Jahmyr Gibbs, Trevion Henderson, Jalen Warren, Travis Etienne Jr., Jerome Ford, Drake London, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Ayuk at pick 77. Oof. Josh Downs, Kyle Williams, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, Darius Slayton, Noah Brown, George Kittle, Zach Ertz. I mean, other than Ayuk at 77, this is an awful good team. But Ayuk at 77, pretty close, pretty close. Kittle 53, true. Kittle 53. That's what you get, man. You draft. You draft early. It is what it is. Anthony Richardson resurgence, Kyle Pitts hype, KLS, Royals. It always, I'll tell you what, the preseason always feels like the slappocalypse. It does. Preseason is all good stuff happening for our guys. And then the season starts, and Ray McLeod is averaging 57 points per game. Good team. All right, this one is from T. Eds, a Chase Bowers start. What? Mahomes, Caleb Williams and Geno, Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, DeAndre Swift, Isaac Urendo, Miles Sanders, Jarquez Hunter, Jamar Chase, DJ Moore, Matthew Golden, Luther Burden, Quentin Johnson, Jack Bash, Keenan Allen, Bowers, and Kelsey. Wow. I've never seen such a start. Bowers, Chase, and Jonathan Taylor with Mahomes and Kelsey. I mean, I probably would have liked Hollywood over QJ, but that's crazy. That's a huge gold star. Huge gold star. I believe Hayden talked about that point somewhere sometime in the difference. Yes. I mean, the difference between advancing and not is on aggregate going to be very slight. I think he said this was a BBM. Yeah. Chase Bowers, Justin Thomas got golf on the mind. Hollywood is a click over QJ on a Mahomes team. I don't love clicking him, but All right. BBM from 714 from Kramer. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Amari Hampton, Chuba Hubbard, Jordan Mason, Byshell Tootin, Will Shipley, Jarquez Hunter, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, T. Higgins, Ricky Pearsall, Matthew Golden, Quentin Johnston, Jalen Knoll, Mark Andrews, Mike Gesicki, and Dalton Schultz. What does Dalton Schultz do for this team? He doesn't even have Stroud. Hampton, Hubbard, Mason, Tootin, Shipley, Hunter. A lot of Hunter submissions today. Lamb with Dak. Herbert with QJ. A lot of QJ submissions today. No, Vidal, you're right. You're right. Had to take my warts without you at 77. Yeah, no, it might. And I don't even hate that. Conceptually. Dalton Schultz's goggles. I mean, Hollywood is fine. Hollywood is no different than you freaking libs who love De'Ami Brown. You guys love De'Ami Brown. Oh, De'Ami Brown, dude. De'Ami Brown's making all these explosive plays in camp. I love De'Ami Brown. Oh, I can't wait, De'Ami Brown. I can't wait to draft De'Ami Brown. 800 career yards. That's a compete, Kramer. All right, this is from my boy Bearcat. ATX Bearcat. Oh, Hollywood's probably not going to outscore De'Ami. Believe in something, Nick. Yes, that's what you guys sound like in my head when you're talking about De'Ami Brown. Josh Allen, JJ McCarthy, Christian McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, Cam Scatterbo, Tank Bigsby, Austin Eckler, Braylon Allen, Amon-Ra at 18. Ah! What? Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Isaac Tesla, Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, Theo Johnson. I mean, bang, dude. That is so good. ADP value on Evans. McCarthy's like the perfect quarterback to fit with Allen. Yeah, that's elite. That's really, really good. Yeah, that is elite. Shout out to my boy Bearcat. Longtime friend of the channel. You mean it's too good he paired him with CMC? This year's most needed player. All right, DK Millie. Okay, these are our new boys. This is my new boy SMM_TJ, Kyler Murray, Amari Hampton, Alvin Kamara, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Colston Loveland, James Conner, Emeka Egbuka, Ricky Pearsall, Justin Herbert, Luther Burden, Quentin Johnston, Byshell Tootin, Cameron Ward. I love that they changed it to Cameron, by the way. Chigga Okonkwo with Ward, Woody Marks, Taj Brooks, Alec Manor. The Fannin bet! He made the Fannin bet, dude! I mean, super elite, right? Well, I probably wouldn't have taken Kyler on this team, actually. Like, it's not bad. That's really good. That's just what it is. Every team on DraftKings is sick because you're competing against idiots. My daughter just heard the seal call, ran in and said, "What is that?" How do you even begin to explain that to one of your friends or family members? No rational way to explain it. I watched De'Ami Brown's YouTube channel, and he has the shakiest hands even in his own edited footage. There's a lesson in that, ain't there? There's a lesson in that. All right. Very good team, Smurfin. You know what? You're new around here. I'm gonna give you the elite. There's a fire emoji. All right. Here's a Chow Chow from Kudzu. Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray. Wow, he got Kyler at 115. Christian McCaffrey, Tony Pollard, J.K. Dobbins, Javonte Williams at 139. Jerome Ford, Woody Marks. I'm not going to penalize him that much for taking Javonte here. Oh yeah, yes, I know exactly what you mean on DraftKings. Sometimes you just see a quarterback fall and you're like, I just need to get him because if I don't take him, there's going to be nothing left for me. The camp report is De'Ami Brown hasn't dropped a pass all summer, Nick. AJ Brown with Hurts, Marvin Harrison with Kyler, Devonta Smith. Wow, the double. Diggs, Cup. Oh man, why did you go so old? Oh, you dropped it. These consecutive picks at this board: Cup, Kirk, Dubs, Ertz, and Jonnu. Dude, you were so close. Kudzu, brother. You were so close to the top of the mountain. Christian Kirk does not do anything for this team. Oh, man. Do you know how good Jalen Noel and Colston Loveland would look on this team? Loveland over Kirk and Noel over Jonnu. It's so close to being sick. You can't hold on to the baby when your hands are on your walker. No, because you guys see, like, we're teasing him, but he seriously is so close to nutting out. And I mean, it's still not even bad. Like, this is definitely not a delete, but it's just like, dude, he was so close. And he got ADP value on all these wide receivers, and then he took Cup ahead of ADP. Ooh. Big dog. Big dog from Cade. Okay, Cade Collender, big dog. Dak Prescott, Drake May, Anthony Richardson. Love. Yeah, needed a few slapper-owns, frankly. You're right. Love Anthony Richardson as the third quarterback here. Josh Jacobs, Isaiah Pacheco, Tank Bigsby, Trey Benson, Woody Marks. CeeDee Lamb with Dak. T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Diggs with May. Michael Pittman Jr. with Richardson and A.D. Mitchell. Loveland, Henry, Otten. I mean, give it up, dude. This is a really freaking good team, man. I mean, maybe you're like ever so slightly, I don't even know, man. Are you even light at wide receiver at all? I don't think so. I think you're just firing here. That's beautiful. It's a great team minus Benson, whatever. But that is such nitpicking, right? I try in grading the teams. I try to not do nitpicking. I try to think about them in terms of archetypes, and the archetype of Trey Benson is a good one. Like if I'm drafting Blake Corum, I should also be drafting Trey Benson. Very good team there. Here's another BBM from Vidal Rodriguez. Jordan Love, Bryce Young, and Sam Darnold. Bijan Robinson, David Montgomery, Tyrone Tracy, Trey Benson, Roschon Johnson. A lot of chaperone-style running backs there. Oh, sorry, not Bijan, Bijan Robinson. I want to officially get this on the record. I believe... Wow. This is so funny. I literally just refreshed Twitter. I was about to say I am officially Team Scattaboo over Tracy. And I just read a tweet from the Giants Insider podcast and newspaper. No idea where that's coming from. Cam Scatterbu walked to the locker room. Didn't appear happy. Something to monitor. Let's see if Jordan Renan has said anything. No, he hasn't. Okay. Wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, JSN, Travis Hunter, Devonta Smith, Matthew Golden, Darnell Mooney, Jalen Coker. Honestly, I'm keeping it absolutely real. I hate these wide receivers. JSN ahead of JSN, Mooney, and Coker. These are like some of my least favorite guys at ADP. And that doesn't mean anything. Obviously, I like Tyreek, I like Hunter, I like Devonta, I like Golden. Funny mix of guys I don't like and guys I do like. Tucker Kraft, Kyle Pitts, Jatavian Sanders, 3-5-7-3. I mean, this team is totally cromulent. It's perfectly cromulent, neither good nor bad. All right, watching you and Liam on Wednesday made me think of this draft when you could get CMC and St. Brown. This is his first BBM of the year. This is from my boy David Russell. No, I think the running. Honestly, I think the running backs on that team were fine. All right, this is from my boy David Russell, Dr. One, the Professor. Brock Purdy, CJ Stroud, JJ McCarthy, Christian McCaffrey, Hampton at 36, Ray Davis, Brashard Smith, Roschon Johnson. Great running back room. Roschon at pick 204. Amon-Ra St. Brown with McCaffrey and JMO and Jordan Addison. Early Ayuk, that's the way she goes. Jaden Higgins, Josh Palmer, Jalen Royals, Torrey Horton, Sam Laporta, and TJ Hawkinson. That is a lot of correlation. That is a early team gone well. That's yes, GM David. This is quite good. You missed it, but we already gave out the gold star stream to Tom C. He earned it, but this is very good. This is that is an early and you just showed up, so I will give you the slappy seal of approval. All right, this is from Pack Fan. CJ Stroud, Tua Tagovailoa, Anthony Richardson, Saquon Barkley, Kyron Williams, J.K. Dobbins, Tank Bigsby at 175 or 165, Brashard Smith, Tyreek Hill, Xavier Worthy, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Jaden Reed, Jaden Higgins, Keon Coleman, A.D. Mitchell, David Njoku, and Brenton Strange. Again, I do not love Tyreek and Waddle together, but I guess if you're going to do it, this is a fine way to do it where you backload. Like you have 8 wide receivers. So you've got some outs there. You can hope for the ping-ponging weeks. You made your bets with Njoku and Strange at tight end. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Good little down. That is a compete. All right, mini golden from Ryan Sitter. Fun contest that they dropped. Yeah. Jaden. That is sports in 2025. It's unbelievable. We determined, or at least I determined, that a group of NBA players, only NBA players named Jalen, could win flag football at the 2028 Olympics, 2026 Olympics, 2028 Olympics in LA. That's what I decided. Ryan Sitter in the mini golden drafted Jalen Hurts and Geno Smith, Bijan Robinson, Jalen Warren, J.K. Dobbins, Dylan Sampson, Miles Sanders, Brashard Smith, T. Higgins, Devonta Smith, Steph Diggs, Jacoby Myers, Jaden Higgins, Josh Palmer, Darius Slayton. Someone slap the Keandre Lambert-Smith button. I wish there was just a button I could push and it would just go bang, KLS. Trey McBride, and Dallas Goedert. So something this team has a lot of players that I like, but something I additionally like about this is that when you're trying to thread the needle in one of the, like, this is literally a winner take all tournament. I think you should just do 2 quarterbacks and 2 tight ends, because literally the only thing that matters is getting the best possible score. This is the craziest YouTube comment I've ever seen. User Garrig comments, KLS sounding a bit too much like LAS. ALS. Just checking in, but can I be assured KLS is not Brennan Rice? Absolutely not. I cannot promise you that, Corey. I really can't. Ryan, good team. Good team, Ryan. That, you know what? If it didn't have Josh Palmer, I really would want to give it an elite. Who's your 3rd round pick? Pick 3. Oh, T. Higgins. I don't know. Tough needle to thread with T. Higgins as your wide receiver 1. All right, here we go. We got Husky from Buck. Joe Burrow at 69, Kyler Murray, Chuba Hubbard, Zach Charbonnet, Rashad White, Tank Bigsby, DJ Giddens. I almost for sure would have taken a 6th running back on this team. CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison, Rashee Rice at 45, Matthew Golden, Jack Besh, Michael Wilson, Jalen Noel, Dalton Kincaid, Kyle Pitts, and Mike Gesicki. Yeah. So basically on this team, instead of taking Dalton Kincaid ahead of ADP, I would have taken... Why is Dalton Kincaid ahead of ADP here? What is Dalton Kincaid doing for this team? Can't have it. I'm sending it back. That's a delete, brother. Because this is like a pretty good idea. I like the wide receivers a lot, but I don't know. Even like Zach Charbonnet. This team might even, yeah, he literally does have Zach Charbonnet. Just a lot of guys ahead of ADP. White way ahead of ADP. I don't know. Maybe I'm stuck in my ADP box. I'm giving it a delete. All right, BBM. Stafford, Shuck, Brees, Pollard, Mason, Tracy, Sampson, Garendo, Woody Marks, Puka, London, Adams, Waddle, Flowers, Shaheed, Wandale, likely Jauan Johnson. That is very thin at tight. That is too thin at tight end and too thin at quarterback, I think, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm giving that a delete. BBM drafted during the reviews today. Fields, Herbert, Darnold, Genty, Kamara, Tootin, Algier, Rico Shipley, Neighbors, JSN, Tet, Olave, Higgins, Godwin, Trey Harris, Hunter Henry, Cade Otton. Little thin. I probably would have done, actually not even probably, for sure, I would have done a 3rd tight end instead of a 3rd quarterback on this team. I would have done a Jatavian Sanders, a Jauan Johnson, a Theo Johnson, something like that on tight end. There, I think you're absolutely right to say that. But a Darnold value just doesn't really do anything for this team. But you were on the ball. Michael Stockton, a German Shepherd. Joe Burrow at 71, Trevor Lawrence at 143, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Tyrone Tracy, Rashad White, Rico Dowdle, and DJ Giddens, T. Higgins, Travis Hunter, Zay Flowers, Jaden Reed, Emeka Egbuka, Keon Coleman, Darius Slayton, Jermaine Burton, He Still Believes, Mark Andrews, and Brenton Strange. Wow. Ben Weaver gifts 5 memberships. I hope to see you all in Slappy Central. By the way, Jared Smola is going to be in here in 10 minutes, and we are going to be cutting it off, and we are moving to over to drafters. But yeah, shout out to Ben. Josh, thanks you. For weekly winners, what do you think about 1 quarterback builds? Frankly, I have not done a ton of weekly winners, Rel, so you might be asking the wrong person. My gut instinct is that it's not very good because it just limits your outs in a given week. but it's really hard. You just gotta push Nody from drafters about there's normally a bonus going on August weekends. Michael's team, I mean, it's literally all guys I like, really, other than Keon and Rashad. Giving you an elite, Michael. This is a random eliminator. One quarterback builds has won one time last year. Huh. Probably all right if you have. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, if you have like Josh Allen or whatever, it's probably fine. All right, one more from my boy Vidal. Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Anthony Richardson, Devin A. Chain, Jonathan Taylor, Tajay Spears, Tyler Algier, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, his body's old. Garrett Wilson, Ted McMillan, Devonta Smith, Jameson Williams, Debo Samuel, Keon Coleman, Alec Pierce, Sam Laporta, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. It's a good team. Don't love Jonnu. Does he need the third? He didn't need the third tight end. Didn't need the third tight end. Would have taken Tesla over Pierce. It's fine. That's a compete. That is a compete. All right, here we go. Final review of the stream, and then we're going to fire up drafters. I need to go get a refill on my coffee, and I will be right back, obviously. Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Christian McCaffrey, Jalen Warren, Dylan Sampson, Quinshon Judkins, Miles Sanders, Woody Marks, Drake London, Mike Evans, George Pickens, Chris Olave, Khalil Shakir, Christian Kirk, Michael Wilson, Evan Ingram, Dalton Kincaid, Cade Otton. Palm Superflex, I would max enter the Palm Superflex. This is my boy B-Zigs. He's got Josh at 31, stacked with Shakir and Kincaid. People love taking Kincaid today. Baker after ADP with Evans, and he took Otton. Michael Wilson. This one again strikes me. I do like that running back room. I actually, you know what? Judkins at 162 with Sampson. That's pretty freaking strong, dude. That's pretty good. All right. There we go, boys. Oh, we got one more. Here we go. The Gibbs, BTJ, Millie from Smurf. Then we're shutting it down. Patrick Mahomes, Jahmyr Gibbs, DeAndre Swift, Brian Thomas Jr., Marvin Harrison Jr., Xavier Worthy, Tyler Warren, George Pickens, Baker Mayfield, Emeka Egbuka, Rashad White, Luther Burden, Dylan Sampson, Jalen McMillan, Cade Otton, Kareem Hunt, Keenan Allen, Noah Gray. Yes, I think I did yours about 37. I think about an hour and 37 minutes in. I think Pac Fan, but I did do yours. So we got Mahomes. I mean, Egbuka on the bench. He just is smashing. How many Buccaneers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's so funny. Yeah, smash. What is the over-under on people spending $50,000 or more on best ball? I would guess not one person would spend $50,000 on best ball. That's my guess. My guess is the line is 0.5 and I'm taking the under. All right, boys. I am going to go. I'm going to go pee real quick. And Jared will be with us any minute. And I will let the smooth, dulcet tones of night driving entertain you. And I'll be right back. All right. Neil Orfield yesterday was talking about the guy that created the draft caddy was spending 6 figures on best ball and that some do it. Well, the guy who created the draft caddy is Brian Hooper. And I don't think Brian, are you talking about Sacrilegious and Shady? Maybe they'll get to 50K. I don't know. Lots of people in the 555 streets. Maybe. Wow, look at this. A nice prompt man. Nice and early. There we go. Mr. Jared Smola. How we doing, brother?
Yeah, you'll never catch me being late, man. That's such a pet peeve. People to just aren't on time. That's not
Dude.
Me.
No, literally. Thank you. I'm never late to anything in my life. I like absolutely cannot do it. It drives me absolutely insane. So there we go. How you doing, man? How are you enjoying? It is literally August 1st today. This is the sprint. The sprint begins now.
I mean, it's my favorite time of the year. Maybe I'm sick. Maybe my favorite time of the year should be when like actual NFL games are being played.
No, I
agree.
I
love the fire hose of information during training camp, trying to parse through it all, updating our projections, updating our rankings, drafting. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it is the absolute best. How many entries have you done over on Drafters?
40 something I'm up to with a goal of 100. I don't know if I'll get there. I always think I'm going to do more in August than I end up doing because work is super busy. But 100's the goal. We'll see how close we get.
I will remember that this one, if we ship it, I'll be sending you $250,000 via a wire. I think I'm gonna end up maxing it. I might have to auto draft a little bit at the end because Drafters just basically always has a little bit of built-in overlay, and that's like their deposit bonus. So it's one that I can feel comfortable auto drafting and feel like it's probably plus EV.
Yeah, have you talked about like the differences between underdog and drafters? Because I think it's interesting. No.
Yeah, I mean it's full PPR and it's marathon scoring, so it's just week 1 to week 17, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like just like starting last week. I have like an agreement with them now, so they're like one of the sponsors of the channel. So I'm drafting like 3 or 4 of these on stream every week now.
Yeah, it's like it's like old school best ball before
Underdog
and all these tournaments came about, which I think is interesting. I mean, to me, the biggest difference here is that each week has the same value, right? Like in Underdog 15, 16, 17, so much more valuable. Here, it's not the case. So biggest difference drafting here for me is the injured and suspended players lose value here, right? Because someone like Jordan Addison, those weeks he's going to miss early are worth the same as the final weeks of the season. So I just think those guys fall a bit in my rankings. The Chris Godwins, the Brandon Ayuks, the Joe Mixons. I'm less likely to take here than on Underdog or FFPC.
So, I vacillate back and forth on that, right? So Godwin and Ayuk, I think certainly that is the case because there's like so much, like they might only get like 8 games, which is brutal.
Yep.
But like someone like Rice or Addison, follow me on this, and then maybe tell me that if you agree or disagree, because marathon scoring really is all about the maximum amount of spikes. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the example I always come back to is the guy who won 3 years ago had no quarterback scores at all the final 3 weeks of the season. But he had Jalen Hurts who like dominated he won going away. So if like Rashee Rice, my prior is Rashee Rice is a player capable of multiple 30-point games, or Jordan Addison is a player of multiple 30-point games, they should still be roughly equivalent. Now, I actually don't think that about Jordan Addison. I don't think that's the style of player he is, but I think Rice probably is. So I do still take him ahead of ADP-ish on drafters.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on the spike weeks, and I'm not saying I don't take those guys, but for me, it's just like, let's say Rice is suspended for 4 games. That's just 4 fewer chances he has to have a spike week. That's that's kind of as simple as that to me.
No, you're honestly, that's actually probably even the better way to put it. And guys like Judkins, it's like almost undraftable for me here because like I don't really know his spike week potential anyways. Trying to think.
Well, and just rookies in general. I don't know if this is blasphemy to say on your channel here, but just rookies in general, I think lose a little value because we know they're more likely to pop in the second half of the season. That still matters on drafters, but it doesn't matter as much as it does on Underdog or FFPC.
I mean, of course, rookies are like certain rookies are still going to be very valuable. Certain rookies are still going to be able to generate huge spike weeks, but the concept of back-weighted production is completely meaningless. 27 points in week 1 is going to count just as much
exactly
as 27 points is going to count in week 16, which is
so we're
not to say
we're allowed to draft Alvin Kamara on drafters.
You know what is kind of disgusting is I actually kind of like Alvin Kamara,
I love Alvin Kamara.
Well, what it is for me is, and I can't even believe I ended up here, but man, I like Chuck a little bit. I kind of think the Saints could maybe be the 23rd best offense in football, which is not a popular opinion out there.
Davis, the Saints are one of my highest drafted teams.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, Kellen
Moore's pace and play volume. Like I don't like his offenses have been 65 plus plays in all 6 of his seasons. I don't think the Saints will get there because they're just going to be too bad. But they ran like 60.5 plays per game last year. I think they'll run 2 or 3 more per game this year. That matters. And then it's just a concentrated offense with good skill position guys. Right? I mean, Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed
super
really
concentrated
receivers. Yep.
Super one of the most concentrated offenses probably in football. If Chuck can get to 6.4 YPA, they're gonna be cooking. I mean, even with the hamstring, I think it's easy Jefferson here. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, McCaffrey's close, but I'd take Jefferson.
Let's more McCaffrey. Okay. I'm a huge McCaffrey bull. Any way to get more exposure to CMC, I'm always in. He's the man. My concern McCaffrey is 0.
Yeah, he's gonna lead running backs in points per game. I feel confident in that. It's just how many games do you get out of him?
You know, hopefully 17. Hope
exactly.
Right. I mean, as of right now, in terms of health concerns, no one has said any, like he says, I feel fine. No. The team says he feels like everyone seems to think it's all good to go. So why do I need to be concerned just because he was hurt last year? Like
he looks awesome. I don't think he's that much bigger an injury risk than Saquon Barkley is when you look at Barkley's injury history and his age and the workload he's coming off.
Yeah. CMC's the healthiest Niner right now. All right, I gotta ask. How many projections do you have Keandre Lambert-Smith projected for?
I just bumped him up our rankings this morning, but it's still like I could pull up the exact number if you want. It's like 40 or something.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, that is better than what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to be like 17.
No, I have him as their pretty clear wide receiver 4 now.
Okay, that's where I have him. Yeah,
I mean it's a good spot to be when you consider. I don't think Quentin Johnston or Trey Harris are like locked in to lead jobs, at least not throughout the course of the season. They're probably open that way, but
no, the reporting was like that. It is pretty wide open. All right, what are you thinking here after taking McCaffrey?
I mean, do you want to go Boomer with Henry? If not Henry, I'd go Tyreek.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. Let's live a little. I mean, how many teams am I going to have? You know, I'm going to draft 2,000 teams this offseason. How many combinations of these two players am I going to have? This might be the only one, you know? You really...
Yeah, I've started a few of these drafts, RB, and I've come away pretty happy with how they turned out.
Well, you know, again, not to say that I would never draft a 0 running back team in this format, but the concept of, you know, hitting at the right time, again, it just doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like the whole concept, like, oh, you know, like Chase Brown, who just went, would be a really good example. Like a decent pick last year where he went on drafters, but not as good because he didn't really start playing until week 9, you know, like you kind of prefer 17 weeks. So on Henry, I did do a little bit of stat head filtering the other day. he really has reached rarefied air if he's able to put up like 200 fantasy points this season. Like the best other 31-year-old running back is, I mean, it's Mostert. And then other than Mostert in the last 25 years, it's no one.
Yeah, but I mean, did he just score like the most fantasy points by a 30-year-old running back?
Yes, he did.
So,
by like a lot. By like 4 points per game.
And I'm not taking Henry at the 1-2 turn or whatever, but in the middle round too. Like I think this is kind of where he belongs. I don't think we got a huge value on it, but I think it's kind of where he belongs. And you talk about a spike week player. I was just looking into the Ravens' offensive touchdowns and how they've scored them in terms of run versus pass. Basically, since Lamar Jackson took over, very heavily slanted towards passing touchdowns last year, which is not what you would expect when you add Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry has a 20 touchdown season, upside this year.
Do you want to do Lamar or Josh? Because wide receiver kind of got picked through while we were going there.
Sure did. Let's do Lamar. Let's go in on the Ravens.
Yeah. You actually that's actually a really great point that you just raised, which is that Lamar. I was actually reading Ben Gretsch, who does Stealing Signals. He just did his AFC North stuff yesterday and was talking about how outrageous it is that a player who is as good at running as Lamar Jackson could have an 8.6% touchdown rate as a passer. Yeah. It's like actually unbelievable. But to that point, there were touchdowns left on the field for Henry last season. Like Henry could have actually had a 25 touchdown season last year.
Yeah, and in terms of like rushing work near the goal line, Henry dominated it. Lamar Jackson was very low in terms of like expected rushing touchdowns. So like, when they were running it in, it was Henry. It's just Lamar was just so efficient passing in the red zone. That's gonna dip. He's not gonna do that again. I think the Ravens are gonna score about as many points as they did last year. So I think you're gonna see a shift, some of those passing touchdowns over to the rushing side.
Yeah, I agree.
George Pickens, holy.
I think some of the people from my corner of the internet are in this draft with us, which means that you're gonna see wide receivers go in a range that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Which, sometimes makes things easier, sometimes makes things a little. Yeah, there you go. Xavier Worthy, no chance. We're gonna get
okay. Him. That's who I was hoping would make it back to us. But
yeah, wait, give me the Draft Sharks branded take. By the way, don't even Draft Sharks. Great. I use Draft Sharks every day for something or other. The nice. Page you guys have that I like the most for my stuff is the composite ADP, because I make these short form videos and everything. Just the ability to be like, what is happening in redraft land? Where do people go? It's and it'll shock you. You'll be like, wait, Travis Hunter's 83rd overall in a world that I don't. It is shocking, but it's a great website, and I encourage everyone to use it.
It's tough to get out of best ball brain, but there are best out there.
It's crazy. All right, man. We need a wide receiver here, but these wide receivers.
Terry McLaurin. I don't have much Terry McLaurin. He's gonna play for the Commanders.
He's gonna play for the Commanders.
I'm not worried about it. I think this is a fine spot for him.
Yeah. All right. Give me your because I actually don't know. Give me your breakdown on the Chiefs passing game without Rice.
Well, I mean, for starters, I'm in on all these guys. I think the Chiefs passing game is going to be like more vintage Mahomes than what we've seen the past couple of years. I don't know what you're expecting for Rashee Rice. I'm kind of operating on like a 4-game suspension at this point.
4 games.
So I'm actually taking a lot of Rashee Rice. I would probably take him if he gets back to us here.
I would too.
Yeah. But I think Rice is the one. I'm curious to see just how they deploy those guys when they have Rice and Worthy, right? Because when Worthy got hot down the stretch last year, it was more in that Rashee Rice role. I think everyone's kind of convinced that Rice is going to go back into that role when he's back on the field. I'm not entirely convinced it's going to be like 100% Rice in that type of role. I think they might mix and match a little bit. So again, I'm just on both guys.
Big fantasy football doesn't want you to know that Xavier Worthy's probably a better football player than Rashee Rice. They're terrified. Yeah.
I mean, he was a better prospect. He got way better draft capital. I tweeted this out like a few weeks ago, just comparing Rice's like final 8 games of his rookie season to Worthy's final 8 games. Worthy was better.
They don't want you to know.
I just don't know why everyone's
guarded secret.
I don't know why everyone's so convinced that like Rice is going to be the lead. There he goes.
There he goes. I have an operational theory on that we can talk about after we make this pick. I think it's like super easy flowers here, but we could take Ridley, maybe give ourselves another quarterback.
I love Waddle, but I would take Flowers here.
Yeah, I think we
for the
have
stack.
to. So here's my operational theory on why the fantasy football community in particular is so stringent on Rashee Rice being better than Xavier Worthy. It's that the fantasy football content community in particular was so wrong about everything in fantasy football last year. Barkley, Henry, Kamara, guys like QJ being who you needed in the fantasy playoffs, like all that stuff. But they were so obviously right about Rashee Rice being this awesome pick, right? That you hold on to this nugget of, oh, well, if Mahomes would have just not detonated Rashee Rice's knee, everything would have been fine. I would have won. It wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I know that's a bias that I would have to fight like in my own thing in my brain of being like, well, yeah, obviously you were right about this. But really, it's not going to be surprising to me at all if Worthy just like from this point forward is viewed as the Chiefs wide receiver 1 and Rice as the second one.
It's definitely a lot more possible than the ADPs we're suggesting before the latest Rice news. Even now, like are they going too close together? Like, would you have a bigger gap between these guys?
I mean, like my half point PPR best ball rankings has Worthy at 33, I think, and Rice in the 50s, like 54, 55. I actually like that's the project I have to do today is I have to finish those and get them in a publishable format. But I have Worthy as like a clear target every draft. And Rice is like so much more dependent on the team you're building. Like if you have a certain start or you have like, your league mates in a certain way, you're just like sometimes you just can't take Rice because you're not going to have enough wide receiver points to begin the season.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I've been taking a ton of Rice since the news dropped because I'm kind of expecting a 4-game suspension again. Like 6 max. If more than that, I'm in trouble. But
yeah. All right. It's a little tougher. It's a little tougher here.
We're definitely not looking. What's tight end? Laporta.
Tight ends. Laporta is best.
I'm fine with Jennings or Debo here.
You know what? Let's do Jennings. Operational thought there being, I don't think this calf injury is super serious. Maybe it is, and maybe I'm wrong. Feels like maybe a calf injury of I don't really want to practice while we're figuring out this contract thing. That could be wrong.
That's true. I mean, it's also something it's also something he supposedly dealt with in the spring. I don't know if that also had to do with contract stuff, but
no. You make a great point there. The reporting on this has been wrong. Like I got a newsletter this morning. I don't even remember who did the newsletter, but they said that he suffered a setback. It's not a setback.
Right. It's not. I thought Shanahan said it was a setback.
I believe the exact quote from Shanahan was they just asked him about it and they said he just doesn't have a timetable to come back. He got injured. What was this, 3 days ago? But it wasn't that he came back to practice yesterday, hurt it again, and is now out of practice again. It was the same.
So I'm looking at Coach Speak Index, which of course I have up at all times. His quotes from Shanahan yesterday. I don't have a timetable for Jennings' return. It's the same calf that was injured in the spring.
Okay.
So same calf. I don't know if it's a setback, but same.
It's same calf, but not 2 injuries in 3 days, right?
Correct. Yeah. Spring injury, then 1 injury since camp started. But listen, if Jennings is healthy, I don't see much downside at this cost.
No,
he's gonna be an every down player in a super efficient passing game. He was really good last year. I know he's a strange guy because it was a 4th-year breakout. You don't see that very often, but I'm buying into him.
I mean, he is like one of my most drafted players across the board. All right, we're about to be up. Pollard, I think, is super strong for this team. Golden, I think, is strong for this team.
You're not in on Addison?
I think he's totally fine. Mm-hmm. I think knowing I'm missing 3 games from him makes me feel a little bit different, and I just love Golden. But and he went anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good with Golden. I'm out on Pollard. I'm in on Tyjae Spears.
Out on Pollard, in on Tyjae Spears. All right. Do you like Golden or Reed more?
Let's take Golden. I actually don't have a ton of Golden, but kind of forced myself to take more now because everything out of camp has been very positive.
What's the breakdown on Pollard and Spears from you?
So Spears was just hurt all last year. He
Yes,
hurt
was.
his ankle in week 2. A different injury in like week 6. Had 2 concussions. Everything we heard from Tennessee's coaching staff last summer was they kept calling these guys interchangeable. I wrote that like 10 times last summer. They kept saying interchangeable. I really
So
think they
many
wanted this to
times.
be like a 60-40 split, and Spears just wasn't healthy. I think it's going to like be closer to a 60-40 split this year. I think Spears is good. Go back to his rookie season. He caught like 52 balls. The rushing efficiency was strong. Pollard's like 28 now. Pollard's efficiency stuff was just like okay last year. He was really more of a volume
Well,
guy.
he was like super bent. He kept playing. I remember
That's
for,
fair.
For DFS stuff every week. I just remember it'd be
Yep.
Pollard hasn't practiced all week with an ankle injury. He's listed as doubtful, but if he doesn't play, it's going to be Julius Chestnut. So he's probably going to try and suit up and play.
That's fair. That's fair. I just think they're closer in talent than last year would suggest. And I kind of going back to what, and then Callahan even made a comment this spring about wanting to lighten. I mean, Pollard, even in Dallas, he was just better when he was getting 12 to 15 touches per game and not, 18 to 20 touches per game. So I just think it's going to go back to that type of split. And then of course Spears has like, obvious handcuff upside as well.
No, I mean, you're definitely correct. I like both of them. The thing, honestly, the thing I like about Pollard doesn't actually really have much of anything to do with Pollard. It's just that I think there's a giant tier break, actually after him. Like I like Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason just fine, but they're like so clearly going to eat off each other's plates. And then after that, you get into all RB2, the Giants guys, like just all stuff that is a mess.
Yeah, definitely true. I liked going wide receiver there after opening RB. I think getting that 4th receiver.
I think you're right.
To me was more important.
And Golden, I am like almost maybe kind of irrationally high on. I assume, I don't know, but I assume you have Golden projected pretty strong relative to his ADP.
I think we're right about ADP right now. I didn't love him as a prospect. Just the production
I didn't either, to be fair.
Yeah. But like I'm trying to tell myself he got first on draft capital, the opportunity's there. Although I do hate, just LaFleur just rotate. Like even if Golden's the number 1, he might be like a 75% route rate guy.
If we want a wide receiver, it's pretty thin.
Do we have to take do we want Mark Andrews on this team? Is this the time to take him or can we wait?
Oh, 80. This would be the spot. Well, we could maybe try and push it.
Up to you. I don't like any of the wideouts. I mean, I like Shaheed, but
you know what? Let's just take.
Let's just take Andrews.
I was gonna say I don't really have anything. I don't really have anything better. So the thing with Golden to me, and you mentioned the rotation stuff. To me, I think it's so clearly. Okay, we take Golden, we take Savion. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of not having I'm sick of Romeo Dubs being my wide receiver 1. I'm sick of Jaden Reed not being able to run block, so I can't ever have him on the field in 2 wide receiver sets. I'm sick of Dontavian Wicks not being able to catch. Like, it's just all annoying. So I think we are going to see Golden like 82% of the routes or something. That's my guess.
Yeah, and I'm in on Green Bay's passing game. I just think they're not going to be as run heavy as they were last year. I think Love was banged up all last year.
Year,
starting in week 1. I think that just if you look at LaFleur's history, that's like as run heavy as he's ever been. I think you're going to see some shift back towards the pass, and you're going to get more passing volume this year.
Yeah, I completely agree. All right, so our team is super Baltimore stack. Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin, Zay Flowers, Jauan Jennings, Matthew Golden, Mark Andrews. Kelsey went. Wide receiver is still quite bad. Running back still does not feel great.
Where are you at on Joe Mixon?
I've heard some stuff kind of through the grapevine that it's like bad, that his foot is not in a good way. I mean, it could be wrong. This is probably a spot to take a risk on him. We were already kind of committed to the bit at running back anyways with old guys. Right. I would take Joe Mixon at 102. He went.
Oh, he just went. Yeah. I like Shaheed.
Wow.
I guess I mean Spears too. So I guess he could get back to us, huh?
Spears, I think Spears could get back to us. Shaheed,
let's push. Let's push running back one more round.
Shahid is
Beautiful.
really one of my favorite guys to pick in all of fantasy football. I
Leads
love clicking him.
leads all active receivers in yards per target. It's like Shahid, Justin Jefferson, Lad McConkey, and like some other stud at the top of that list.
I mean, and it's not like the sample size is nothing on that, you know.
Right.
Like he's been in the NFL for 3 years. He's kind of a part-time player. Like I guess that is what you would say about like someone could say that about Marvin Mims, that he has this crazy yards per target. But actually Mims's yards per target is actually probably not great because he runs all those routes out of the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, Shahid's at 10.4 for his career. It was 8.5 last year, like when he had a bigger role in his 6 games. That's like probably what he's going to be. Like 8.5 yards per target's a really strong number. Again, we talked about how concentrated that offense is. Like he's the clear 2, and like I love Olave. It might be more like 1A, 1B. It was early last season. Like Shahid was right there with targets, in targets with Olave. So I think he's a great pick at cost right now.
It feels like it is so Chris Olave's destiny to be outproduced by a wide receiver who wears number 22 and attended Weber State University. Like that to me is like so obviously the destiny for Chris Olave's NFL career.
Yeah. I like Olave too, by the way.
I mean, it's just if the Saints can just be decent.
I need him to.
Crazy.
I need him to.
It's crazy how much about. I mean, people do. This is normally when say people forget. No one actually forgot. But when people do forget that the Saints were the best offense in the NFL for 3 games last year.
Ah, there goes Spears. Yeah, it was against Carolina and Dallas those first 2 weeks, but
yeah. Probably need a running back or quarterback. Purdy went.
Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can get Love. Let's see if we can get Love next pick. So just take your favorite RB.
Sharps feels fine.
Sure.
If you had to bet who is this year's polked overhype rookie 0, there's a lot of them. There's a lot. Honestly, after watching last night, recency bias, Trey Harris.
Yeah, that's the name that popped into my head.
I mean, there's nothing to learn from that game for Trey Harris, but Keandre Lambert-Smith being wide open every play, scoring the touchdown, and then they tried to force feed Trey Harris a touchdown, and it just wasn't even close. That part didn't feel great.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kyle Williams maybe is the same team, just that just is not able to get on the field ahead of Mac Hollins or whatever.
I have not been drafting much Kyle Williams. I'm in on Diggs. I think Diggs is going to be the clear target leader there. Douglas is obviously locked in as the slot. I think Williams will get on the field by the second half of the year, but I don't think that passing game is going to be that good where it's going to support Diggs plus Douglas plus Williams.
I mean, on the running back side, it could definitely be Scadaboo. Like he just is not a starting running back at all, and is could even be the clear running back 3 for the Giants behind Tracy and Singletary. Like that wouldn't be that surprising.
Yeah. Are you in on Jaden Blue?
I am big time in on Jaden Blue.
I like Blue. I mean, this would be the spot to take Love though. That's the
yes.
The only thing.
I think just structurally we really need a quarterback here, because if not, we get into after Stroud goes, you get into guys who are certainly not guaranteed to play 17 games for a variety of reasons, whether it be they could play bad enough to be benched, injury stuff with Tua, the Penix poison pill sitting there with Kirk Cousins.
Wasn't Jordan Love like quarterback 1 in fantasy points over the second half of 2023?
Dude,
it wasn't that long ago.
Going into last season, I had Jordan Love ranked as like the 14th overall guy in Superflex Dynasty, which honestly is not. I mean, not like he super lost that much value. Like he's still like a 3rd rounder now, but he was awesome. And then he just played injured. It just happened.
Yeah.
They go out
and add a 1st-round receiver for him.
He gutted it out for the team, and we rewarded him by by telling him that he stinks and that we hate him.
Exactly.
See, I think the exact opposite. I think Jack Besh is like drawing super live to be the what's the reverse of a Jalen Polk? Like a rookie who everyone thinks is going to suck and then is just starting from week 1. I guess like a Pop Douglas. Like no one ever thought Pop Douglas was going to start for the Patriots or something, if you wanted to do that comparison.
So, do you think Besh will start getting the outside snaps? Because everything I've read is he's kind of like backing up Jacoby Myers right now.
Well, so the funny thing about that offense is that their 3 best players are Myers, Bowers, and Besh. And it's Chip Kelly's job to figure out a way to get those guys on the field at the same time without needing a Trey Tucker or a Dante Thornton to be on the field to create space for them. And if he is unable to do that, then Besh will suck. But I think Chip Kelly's a pretty good offensive coordinator.
Me too. Yeah,
like, I think that's the sort of thing that he can figure out. Also, Jacoby Myers has played outside a fair amount in his career. Not like he's incredible at it, but he's not, he's not Wan'Dale Robinson in terms of like, I can only play on the interior. In fact, his ADOT went a good bit higher last year. I'm actually going to pull it up so that I am not just totally, 591 snaps out wide last year for Jacoby Myers, 299 in the slot. Like there is space for Besh.
Yep, that's fair. I mean, Trey Tucker's bad. Dante Thornton has been flashing when you would expect Dante Thornton to flash when there's no pads.
Yeah,
exactly. So path is definitely still there for Besh. Tank.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm in on Tank.
Tank.
Yep.
Yeah, Tank was definitely the pick there. Yeah, like in your mind, Jacoby Myers is nothing but a slot wide receiver because he was just on those bad Patriots teams, just soaking up volume or whatever.
Yep.
But I don't know. Dante Thornton.
He's just underrated.
College. He is.
Yeah. Jacoby Myers is the new Tyler Lockett, just underrated by everyone.
Yeah, including me. I'm one of these people. Are you in on Bowers at cost guy or out on Bowers at cost guy?
Becoming more in now that he's slipping an ADP. Where'd he go here?
I mean, he's almost on underdog. He's almost down to 20 here. Here he went at 17.
So like I'm not taking him over like Henry or Ladd, but I think back half of round 2 is where I think Bowers belongs.
Yeah. Where is the best place to draft Bowers is DraftKings. You get Bowers at like 20 on DraftKings full point PPR.
That's nice.
It's absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, the other thing with Bowers, I think McBride is right there in the same tier. So that's one thing that pushes me off Bowers. But the other thing is that Kittle was undervalued for most of the offseason. He's come up enough now where I think he's like properly priced. I'm not that interested in Kittle anymore at this point. I have enough of him. So that does kind of push me to take more Bowers when I have a chance.
Yeah. All right. We're up. We have 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Henry is kind of the last of a tier here.
I'd be okay taking like two super late tight ends.
Okay, let's do that because we have Andrews. Is there a running back here you really like? Not really.
Nope, not really.
Dubs.
Rashad White might be okay. I know it's disgusting, but just like to give us some floor because I do think he's going to remain involved in passing situations. And then obviously it's a handcuff upside.
Rashad White works for me. Oh, there we go. I auto picked him, but I need to make sure to undo that.
Beautiful.
How do you view the Jacksonville Jaguars backfield? What's your breakdown there? Tootin, LaQuinn Allen, Bigsby, all that stuff.
I'm a Bigsby guy. I was a Bigsby guy really all offseason. He was like top 9 in most efficiency metrics last year, like yards after contact per attempt, rush yards over expected per attempt, way better than Travis Etienne and all those things. I definitely started shying away from him when they took Tootin, and I still think Tootin is gonna be a thing at some point. So I'm less interested in Bigsby on like underdog, where again it's more back weighted to those final few weeks. But I do think Bigsby's going to open the season as their lead ball carrier. Obviously, the passing down stuff sucks. It caps his upside. Although I will say he caught balls in college. Like he might not be a 0 in the passing game, especially with a new coaching staff now.
I'm pretty sure he's a 0 in the passing game because they tried to use him. They
Yeah.
tried to use him that way as a rookie just to get him on the field, and
I
it was
know.
like the infomercial of the guy, carrying the bucket and the hoses and like
I know.
falling all over himself. I would not be surprised if he gets 150 rushes this year and like 9
Yeah.
receptions. I think it could happen.
It's been bad. It's only 16 targets though. Maybe it was just a bad 16 targets for the guy. You know, man, I don't know. I gotta believe he's an NFL caliber athlete. I think he can catch a football. Maybe. You know, if he can catch 20 balls and carry 150 times, you know, that even that'd be something.
At his cost, I'm just give me 8 touchdowns of any variety.
Sure.
I don't care how you get
Yep.
them, if they're long, if they're short, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Bigsby, I just am drafting in every format because I think there are just many ways for Bigsby to get there. ETN stinks, gets hurt, gets cut,
Yeah.
gets traded. Tootin, contingency value works both ways. Like if Tootin gets injured or something,
Mhm.
and they, a lot of ways for Bigsby to get there. And I think the coaching staff thinks he can run the ball well. So
Well, I just want pieces of that backfield. I mean, look what Cohen did for that
look what Cohen
Bucks
did,
running game.
yeah.
I mean, Bucky obviously, but Rashad White set career highs in like every efficiency metric as well. I mean, he finished.
Sean
they-
Tucker-
they both finished. Yeah, Sean Tucker had a
Sean
big game.
Tucker was on a Millie Maker winning team last year.
Yeah. So I mean, I just want pieces of that backfield.
Okay. Probably need a wide receiver here. It's not great.
I like Douglas. I mean, the ceiling's not there, but like again, I just think he's gonna have like 6-7 catch games.
It did look like they were
PPR.
throwing it. It did look like they were throwing it to him a little bit deeper in camp. Not that really means anything, but it's like the same way that every Marvin Harrison Jr. practice clip is never of him running a crosser.
Right.
Maybe it means
They're showing us.
Pop Douglas is kind of fast. May has the arm. You never know. I mean,
The whole Josh McDaniels slot narrative, you know.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like Kyle Williams is really pressing him for playing time in any way, shape, or form. So,
well, no, I mean, I don't think Kyle Williams is competing with Douglas. I think he's competing for the outside spot.
So I kind of think he is, because I think it's actually the easiest way to get him on the field. Because Diggs, people think of Diggs as a slot player, but he's not. He's an outside player, and I think they like Booty or Hollins. I think the Hollins signing is about like, we like a big dude like that on the outside. And
Yep.
May loves Kayshon Booty. So I actually think one of the easiest ways to get Kyle Williams on the field is in the slot.
Could see
He did a little bit of both in college.
I mean, he's slot receiver sized, that's for sure. He's not a big guy.
Yeah.
All right. We got to look at tight end now, or what's left?
I mean, likely it's still there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That seems a bit.
Foot surgery 35 days before the season doesn't sound like what I would want to be doing to my body before playing tackle football. But
and at some point, I do think like you can have too many Ravens. So I like Chig and Gesicki.
Anyway. I like
Chig came on over the final like 5 games last year. The coaching staff was talking him up, and that like why can't he be the number 2 target in that offense? The receiver core sucks behind Ridley.
The receiver core sucks. Yeah. I'm good with Chig. I am slightly concerned. Not even concerned, because I like Gunnar Helm. I think there's a chance that Gunnar Helm is a better NFL tight end than Chig. And
he could be.
The only reason why no one knows that Gunnar Helm is good is because he injured his ankle on his first 40-yard dash, but then stuck the combine out anyway. So he's got like a 4.2 RAS in the sheet, even though his real RAS is, I mean, I would guess literally probably double that if he wouldn't have injured his ankle. And Chig is just sort of the he's the inheritor of the, we used to have guys like this all the time. Ladarius Green, Dorn Dickerson, we these 9.7 RAS guys who would like kind of play, but then not really.
Yep. But he came on late, getting a quarterback upgrade. Target opportunity is there. He's like 26 years old. That's like peak age for tight ends. I like Helm too. I think if that's going to happen, it's more likely to happen in 2026.
I just want to buy Cam Ward. I think my current position is I think Cam Ward is a good quarterback, and he is going to be an underrated part of the whole football structure. That actually he is going to provide the value of a number one pick, and the Titans could like sneakily win like 9 games because Cam Ward is that good.
I've heard a lot of sharp people say they like the Titans as like their sleeper offense this year, and I could definitely see it. Again, I still think the pass catching core is just not good, just going to make it. But that's another reason I like Tyjae Spears. Like I think you're again going to have like those running backs combined for like well over 20% of the team's targets. I think they both could be 10 to 12% target share guys.
Yeah, I mean, some
Kind of
pony
have to be.
personnel. we saw it work with Jaden Daniels last year. Some of the a team that actually ran 2 running back stuff, and it worked, and it was effective. We are up in 2 picks.
Let's look at wideouts. I think I want to go there.
I probably like Jalen Knoll the most of this group, or Slayton actually.
I was gonna say Slayton. See, Davis, I draft the boring guys that no one else likes.
Hey, Slate, just getting paid $22 million.
Exactly.
One other thing is, if we do want to get a third quarterback, we should probably take it here because they're probably all going to be gone by the time we get back.
I'm good with Lamar and Love.
Okay, cool.
Let's roll with those two.
Let's take Slayton.
And
Russ, where are you at on Dart?
I like him as a prospect. I don't think he's going to play a ton this year.
Yeah,
I think Russ is.
He would.
I think Russ is just good enough to play like at least the first half of the season. I was going to say with Russ too, though, the one thing he was still really good at last year was throwing the deep ball. I think he was like second in PFF deep passing grade, and like that's Slayton's game. I think it's a really good fit.
It is a good stylistic fit for sure. I mean, and this, the Giants just have this insane difficult start to the season. Like they're almost for sure going to be 0-4.
Yeah.
And if you're 0-4, okay, 0-4 and they lose to the Saints on the road in week 5, I think that's it.
Oh, for sure. If they start 0-5. But I mean, the thing with Slayton is if Jameis comes in, that's good. If Dart comes in, I think that's fine. He can throw it deep.
He won't. My guess is my guess is the Dart experience is going to be like watching Tommy DeVito play to begin with. I liked Dart as a prospect too, but Dart, I mean, he played in a fake offense. Like he is going to his first little bit of NFL experience is going to be point and click.
Yeah, that's fair, and it's going to be clicking to neighbors. A lot
or Wandale. I mean, it's even easier to click to Wandale.
That's true.
All right.
We probably should look tight end.
Yeah, we should. This will be interesting.
I think we could probably push it one more round. I mean, I like Jauan Johnson.
I like Jauan. I like Theo. Those are the responsible ones, and then the non-responsible ones are Fannin and Gadsden. Does Gadsden even have an ADP?
Yeah, I would say Gadsden's not quite on my redraft radar yet.
No, Gadsden got clicked already.
He's gone already.
I know my people out there. Okay.
I would wait one more round at tight end.
Do you want to take Kareem Hunt, running back 2 for the Kansas City Chiefs?
No. I have so much. I have so much Marshawn Lloyd. I know he's hurt again.
Sure. I mean,
he's
final destination as an NFL player.
I get it. I know. I just think he's clearly their second best running back if he's healthy.
He is clearly their second best running back. Yeah. That I would not debate you on at all. It's definitely true. All right, let me sell you on Gadsden. Unreliable second wide receiver at best. Whether that be whoever you say is the second wide receiver on the team. They played Disley in the preseason game last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I
don't
think
play? Did Conklin play?
Conklin did not play.
Okay.
Conklin did not play. He's also Tyler Conklin. So sure. I don't think Tyler Conklin is locked into 87% of the routes. And Gadsden left the game last night with that secondary crew of starters. So obviously he didn't get rested, but he left the game last night when Lance and Trey Harris and KLS left. And he's clear. I mean, I bet even Harbaugh would tell you this right now. He's the best receiving tight end on the team. He definitely wouldn't tell you. Yeah, he wouldn't tell you. Like, he'd be like, Harbaugh would probably write you a soliloquy about like Tucker Fisk and how good he is and stuff. But I actually think Gadsden will have a role to play on the Chargers this year. That's not even like being a slappy. I like actually.
He should. He should. I've just seen too many NFL coaches not put that guy on the field because they have Will Dissly and Tyler Conklin.
They have Will Dissly. Yeah. I was surprised that Dissly was playing last night. You would think that a player of Dissly's status would be considered with the resting crew, but
especially since he's been in the offense. Like, if anything, you play Tyler Conklin as the new guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, he was the one who caught the touchdown from Lance.
Yep. Yeah. All right, I'd consider Gadsden in like round 20 now. I think you convinced me. Round 17 still.
Round 17 might be a little bit rich.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have 2, 6, 7, 2.
Yeah, I think we're going tight end, 2 wide receivers.
I think you're right. Yeah. I would be fine. Honestly, Jauan, Theo, and Jatavian, they're all the same to me. They're completely interchangeable. I'm hoping for 500 yards and a couple touchdowns.
I guess I'm least convinced on Sanders being like close to a full-time player. I think Jauan Johnson and Theo Johnson are going to be. So either one of those is fine with me.
Theo Johnson is not currently injured, so I'm going to give it to him.
I think I saw Jauan's already back on the field though.
Okay, shot. Well, it's funny. Jaden Reed also already like back at practice. He got announced as had a toe injury and also back at practice at the same day. Why do you not think Jatavian Sanders would be a full-time player?
He wasn't last year, and they have Tremble still. I know he's coming off the back. I think there's been some positive buzz on Sanders too. I think he probably will be. Yeah, I'm just convinced. Jauan Johnson got a big contract this offseason. They paid him. So he's definitely going to be on the field, and I think Theo, there's just no one else to worry about there. So
I think Tommy Tremble is injured.
He is. He had back surgery. He's definitely injured.
Dude, wheels up on. I honestly did not even know that.
Canales has said like he like kind of has a shot for week 1. I think is the last I heard. So like I think he's gonna play this year, but Sanders is he has a shot right now in camp to kind of separate himself. And I think
I was gonna say I was reading some. I don't even remember. You read so much crap about how much the Sanders Young connection has been on, which is the most preseason sentence, most training camp sentence you could ever imagine.
Sanders was a good prospect too, though. He was like a 5-star recruit, wasn't he?
Looks even better after seeing Jordan Whittington produce in the NFL. That makes it even gnarlier. Because it means
I think he was a 5-star. He was a 5-star guy.
Yeah.
Had pretty nice college production.
You want to take Jauan?
No, I'd go wide out. We got 3 tight ends, right?
Yes.
Let's take your favorite.
God. After last night, probably Tesla.
Yeah,
I like Curtis Samuel.
Okay. Yeah. I had way too much Samuel last year. And he had the turf toe.
That's what you can lean your hat on. Is you can say, well, they wanted to use him. But he had the turf toe. And it's like, well, yeah, that's basically the story of Curtis Samuel's life, is that his teams have always wanted to use him and then never been able to do so. All right. Positionally, I actually think I probably would take a 4th tight end here.
Really?
Or another running back. Yeah. Our tight ends basically stink other than Mark Andrews. And
I was gonna say I do think Jauan Johnson is like just straight up a better bet to score more fantasy points than these other receivers.
And all these other rinky-dink wide receivers. And we have 8. And really this team probably just needs one hit out of Shaheed, Douglas, Slayton, Samuel. Like one good playing time target share hit, which it probably should get.
I think so. I like our tight ends better than you do too. I don't think they stink.
I just think of Chig and Theo as your classic $3,200 DraftKings tight ends, where any week they score a touchdown, you're happy, but they probably only score 6 touchdowns between them.
I think you're going to see Chig get to 4K at some point this year.
Wow, 4K. Okay, that's a big call. I love it. All right, let's take another wide receiver then. Give me, or a running back. Give me Jared Smola's favorite last round pick right now.
Deontay Johnson. Oh, he just went.
He just
Oh
went.
my
I
goodness.
really like him too. I was gonna say I
I've
knew it. I knew
oh
Keandre
man.
Smith would have been picked.
I mean, I do think Tutu is going to be on the field.
2-2 is a good one.
He got his 10 mil. He can make big plays.
You know what? I really like Trevor Etienne.
Okay, I like that too.
I think he's like super because he's not even 100% drafted. And my working theory is that did he literally just go?
There's people watching, aren't? Yep.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that is horrible.
That's annoying.
All right, we could take 2-2.
Let's take 2-2. Yeah.
My working theory is that the reason why they signed Dowdle and then spent the high pick on ETN is they just actually don't want to play Hubbard on passing downs at all.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, they view him as like an early down grinder. And so the way people are viewing it is, a 1A, 1B, or whatever you want. But I wonder if it's actually, well, Rico's going to start the year as the passing down back. But what we really want is we really want ETN to be the passing down back in combination with
they took ETN pretty damn high. He was early round 4.
He went ahead of Tootin, right? Or in that same running back run as Tootin, basically like six.
Yeah, it was like ETN, Jarquez Hunter. They were all like middle around 4, I think.
All right, I'm gonna look this up. Jared, tell the people about Draft Sharks and how they can engage with all the stuff you're doing, please.
Yeah, a ton of free content on the site, and then if you're willing to pay up, the draft war room, we didn't use it today, but I use it for every single draft I do. It's going to give you customized rankings for any format you're playing in. It's a really smart drafting tool. It's going to adjust the rankings throughout your draft based on ADP, based on your team needs, based on whether you're still looking for upside or floor. So I use it for every draft I do. That's our big tool that I think everyone should check out.
Yep. There you go. I agree. It's all good stuff. I co-sign Jared and the other guys over there at Draft Sharks. By the way, Trevor Etienne was the 12th pick of the 4th round. Before Woody Marks, before Jarquez Hunter, before Dylan Sampson, before Jordan James, way before Jaden Blue. All right, everyone. I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back with anyone who wants to hang out. The Swolecast, Swolies only, at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Make sure you like the video. Make sure that you are following Jared on Twitter at Smola DS, and I'll be back with